All right, guys, we are here today. We got a new camera, so let me know if the camera picture quality is a little bit better. We're still holding gold, and our gold trade is doing nice. So we'll see if that continues. But yeah, we got a new camera. Let me know if the new camera works. You know, let me know if it's better than the last one. I guess is the only real question here. You know, should work fine though. I mean, I might put a tripod up so it's not like hanging on my monitor. That's the only problem. PACW. What are banks doing today, man? PACW breaking down. WAL breaking down. Gold is doing nice though. Again, we are in gold. We are sitting in gold. We've been in gold. Um, you love to see it. Let's do a poll. Our question for today is going to be: does the market close green this week? Let me know. Is the new camera better or worse? They said it was better. It's supposed to be 1080p, 60 FPS. Uh, all right, so we're going to do a poll here. Does the market close red or green this week? There's the poll. Poll is live. Major debt ceiling news. When does that come in? What's up? What's up, Supper, Ace, Trader, David, Bar, Orkin, Mini? Good morning, guys. All right, so we are awake. So Sam Bankman-Fried asked the court to dismiss most of the criminal charges against him. Do you guys think they will? I don't know, man. Again, I think that's a big ask here. You know, for them to ask him to you know, that's a big ask here, man. Let me know if you guys think they will or not. But court's asking him to dismiss most of the charges. That's a lot. That's a whew. I don't think they're going to do that. Personally, myself, I don't think they're going to do it. Maybe they do. I don't know. But that's what they're basically asking him to. So, yeah, we'll see. Should I remove my you kind of see my name is up there. I'm done trading for the day, hit 8K and calling it a day. Now I can get a nap while you're playing in the background. Hey, thank you, Bobby. Hey, get your sleep in, brother. Get your sleep in, man. Like I said, this is my new camera. It's supposed to be better. I don't know anything about cameras. I'm not much of like a photographer, but they say it's supposed to be better. Hey, what's up, Beach Bum? Hey, Beach Bum, man. So I was talking to Douglas about this a while back, man. If you ever want me to redirect to you, I'm not going to be able to do it all the time, but I could probably redirect to you some, like, you know, a couple times at least, and let my stream viewers watch one of your swing trade streams. I think it'd be good for your growth on your channel. Yeah, you just have to find a day where I'm not redirecting, and I think you gotta get it set up so like you have channels that you have to add. Like I would have to add your channel, but if you're interested in that, which I'm sure you probably would be, let me know, man. I'll do it. Uh, Again, I'm not gonna do it a bunch of times, but I'll do it at least a couple times. You have good swing trading content, so Uh, I could imagine that the judge actually uh, uh, fr- uh, drop all the charges against Sam. I can't imagine that a judge would do that. Also, I'm nicely up in gold here. Uh, so I said all that stuff about AMC yesterday as partially a joke, but like I guess the point that I have with AMC is that like you have to be allowed to be critical of the executives in AMC. Like we can't just pretend like everything's all fine and dandy there. Like like you have to be able to be critical of AMC's insiders and executives. Like Adam Aaron, I have to be able to criticize Adam Aaron. But like I said it, and then everybody's like, "Oh, you and Matt Core should hold hands, bro. You and Matt Core should hold hands." I'm sitting there like, bro, like I kind of got into this little debate with him. The debate stopped, and I'll show you why. Uh, it's actually a funny debate here. If you guys want to see, I'll go through it. So this is the debate. Okay. Again, I'll show you guys this. Uh, I'll show you guys this so that you guys can see what I'm talking about here. But like, yeah. So again, people said, "Hey, John, what are your advice to AMC?" So y'all can hear the music, right? Let me make sure you can. Yeah, you can. All right. So this is what basically the debate went. This is how the debate went. Okay. And forgive my hair. My hair is kind of crazy. I guess I do have a brush right here. I could brush my hair real quick early in the morning. All right. So I'm not looking that crazy on stream, I guess. The problem with me is, bro, my hair is curly. So it's like when I get up in the morning, there is no control in my hair, man. It is just going to be out there. And that's all right. Uh, you know, but yeah, so this is what I said, right? This is what I said, and you should be able to hear it now. Let me show you. Do I have it muted? Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear this? All right, so that is the short. If y'all could hear it, great. I think you should have been able to hear it. If not, let me know. I'll redo it. But that's the short I got it. That's the short I posted yesterday, and I knew it would. I knew it would ruffle some feathers. No, it's muted. Oh man, sorry guys. I can hear it on my end. That's weird. Okay, here let me stop this. Present share audio. There we go. All right. So again, can y'all hear this now? Sound check. Not to be mean, John, but do you have any advice for these meme squeeze chasers that stab big money on AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, GameStop, etc.? Can y'all hear that? Yeah, you should be able to hear that. Okay, good. All right, cool. All right, yeah. So basically, here's the short. I'll go and play it again.
Not to be mean, John, but do you have any advice for these meme squeeze chasers that doubt big
And I'm going
money
to preface
on
this with like, look, if you're an AMC trader, I'm in AMC. I hope it goes up. But I still don't think we should have to like be scared of being critical of Adam Aaron. You know what I mean? Like, I think we should be allowed to be critical of Adam Aaron. And that's the problem is that like, anyways, listen.
AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, GameStop, etc. Don't be so gullible, is my advice. I'm not trying to be mean, but like these communities wrap you up, and these influencers who are down big money talk you into being down big money. They make you feel all warm and fuzzy, like you're joining some type of community about the stock. Like, you should never fanboy a stock. It doesn't matter what it is. So like, if the community's making you feel all warm and fuzzy, it's trying to distract you from the fact that the company's down huge amounts. And so don't fall for it. Don't be gullible, man. Like these, again, Adam Aaron, you know, talking about like he's trying to make it a moral issue. Like he's calling Benzinga evil, and he's calling all these different groups. Like he's calling API like glitches evil. You know, it's like they're not evil, they're just glitches. You know, but what he's trying to do is he's trying to manipulate shareholders into thinking it's a moral issue.
All right, so I posted that on Twitter, and I knew it would ruffle some feathers as soon as I posted it. I knew it would cause problems, and it did. You know, we had a lot of people arguing with me, and then I tagged BBBYQ in it as well because they kind of need to hear it as well. And we had so many people start arguing with me about this, so we'll talk about it. So it actually got a decent amount. It got like 900 views on Twitter. Some people were like, maybe you were right, time will tell. I'm going to keep holding those. And other people were like, but we uncovered that Bed Bath & Beyond has millions of synthetic naked shares that were sold in dark pools, and shorts will have to buy back for whatever price we are willing to sell for unless the company goes to Chapter 7 liquidation or zero, which isn't likely. Same with GameStop. And so that was the response. Oh, but Chapter 7 and going to zero isn't likely for Bed Bath & Beyond and BBB, you know, for BBBYQ here. And so my response was very much probably what a lot of you guys are thinking at home, which is that, so you're telling me that a company that is outdated business-wise, who a majority of its previous consumers now shop at Amazon, has a low likelihood of filing for Chapter 7. Also, how did the synthetic share naked short argument work for AMC? I'm not hating. Genuine question. Like the synthetic share naked short thing is just kind of ridiculous at a certain point. It's like, bro, that has never worked in the history of these big conspiracy theories for squeezes, right? Anytime somebody has said naked shorts, synthetic shares, it's just a buzzword to try to talk new traders into not selling. Okay, you never get a parabolic squeeze from it. GameStop was the only squeeze that ever worked, and nobody knew it was coming, to be honest, right? Every other one since then has essentially failed the squeeze conspiracy that they pushed on it, and this includes so many different ones, in all honesty. And so when I hear another one starting with synthetic share, naked short argument, it's just kind of like, bro, look at the history of this. How many times has that been called on a stock? You know, multiple times. It's never worked. AMC, they've been saying the same thing about AMC for years now. You know, in the end, it's just a buzzword to try to talk you guys into not selling. And again, we got more arguments here. This guy said, what in the propaganda is this? Saying that I was putting out propaganda. What? And so I said, propaganda. People can disagree with the way things are being said, and it's not called propaganda. Again, any actual argument against what I'm saying. Also, some might say claiming AMC would hit 1K in price would be much more accurately called propaganda. You and Matt Core should hold hands, he says. Imagine being so emotionally attached to a stock that's down huge percentages on the year. Let it out. It's okay. I'll be your Huckleberry. Also, I'm holding AMC long, you know. And so I didn't know, man. I didn't know people would respond like this. Honestly, it got views, though, so maybe I'll keep saying it because, you know, yeah, truth hurts, man. Is my audio quality not good? My mic should be fine here. Yeah, my mic should be fine. Is my mic not sounding okay? And like people have to like, I think one of the most toxic aspects of these communities is that any negative criticism, like any negative feedback, you know, any constructive criticism, anybody saying, hey, I don't agree with this, you know, it's just kind of shamed and like called FUD and called names and all this ridiculous stuff. It's like, that's not, any community that's secure is not going to behave that way. You know what I mean? Any community that's secure is not going to act that way, you know? You sound clear as day. Okay, good. Yeah, for sure, Fu. I mean, I get it. There's emotion, but like, you know, it's not drama to criticize like something. It's reasonable criticisms. Again, a genuine question. I asked this a few times. And again, the truth is still there. You know, I said it again. It's not just drama. Like, this is a genuine criticism I have for that because I see it all the time. And then again, you can see I asked it again here. And what I asked was genuine question. Aside from GameStop, how many of these meme stock bull conspiracies have turned out to be true? I.e. the stock the stock mother of all short squeezes. Again, not saying I don't believe them, but genuine question. How many have actually turned out to be that? You know, I think people, they get wrapped up, you know, and oh, this is a community, you know. But it's like, man, these are stocks. A lot of these stocks that the communities are around are dropping huge percentages, yet people aren't selling because what a warm and fuzzy community we're a part of. It's just kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm just trying to make folks think, man. That's exactly right. That's right, Daniel, you know. It's important that people do think for themselves here. Again, Fisker just reported their numbers. Fisker first quarter just dropped theirs. EPS of minus 38 cents, revenue of 0.2 million versus 4.6 million expected. They readjusted their fiscal year production guidance. Way worse than expected Fisker production numbers here. So Fisker just dropped their numbers. They expected 28-cent loss per share. They showed 38-cent loss per share. So here's FSR. Here's Fisker. Big miss. Just now, big miss. I'm surprised they're gapping up and not down way more here. Again, we're gonna put this up. Fisker, big miss. Fisker, big miss here. Again, 38-cent loss per share versus 28-cent loss per share estimates. 0.2 million versus 4.6 million expected revenue. They cut fiscal year production guidance down to 36K from 42K. So really bad result here for Fisker. Yeah, I'm not going to put it on YouTube. I don't need to. Again, I'm not trying to start drama. And again, we actually had some good conversations like that. Again, some of them are reasonable about it, you know. Like some of them were reasonable. You know, we had some full conversations with, again, the same guy, David, the same guy. But again, I guess these are like the questions. With the right people at the helm, it can be turned around. Bye, baby alone is worth billions, way more than the current market cap. This is a highly undervalued company, he says, right? And my response to that, again, I'm not saying I disagree. My response to it, not saying I disagree, but in what way? How is it worth $1 billion? There's never anyone in the stores when I've been there. How can it be turned around? What changes to the business model could help boost sales? Genuine question, you know. He said, I think these communities are awesome. It's unprecedented. Okay, some might have crazy prices and floors. That can only be good for you if you are long. I have some AMC. I'll never sell unless someone needs it really badly. Won't be cheap. I understand, but I see some of them as predatory. I think people who try to sell MLM products think they are great communities as well. Sometimes it's hard to look at the truth objectively. especially if money is involved. But 100% your choice. I hope you make money, bro. You know, so it ended on a good note. It's not like I'm just kind of hating on people. These are good conversations to have, and trying to block people from saying it out of like insecurity of your positions is just silly, guys. So if you're holding AMC, be confident. If you're holding Bed Bath & Beyond, be confident in it. Don't shame any negative criticism, you know. Hey, what's up, Snow? Hey, good morning, dude. Yeah, genuinely good discussion, I think. A reasonable discussion to have, man, you know. All right, guys, hold on one second. Bear with me. All right. There we go. I think that's a cooler view anyway, like this. Yeah, but Ace, didn't Michael Burry say we would do the same thing like 4 months ago? You know? We're spies at 411 right now, brother. You know? Again, spies at 411 right now. Didn't Michael Burry say we'd go 6 feet under like 4 or 5 months ago? I'm not saying we don't. Again, I'm just kind of, again, as I am with a lot of things, I'm skeptical, guys. I'm skeptical. But yeah, Fisker dropped their numbers here. We also have NVAX dropping their numbers today. Looks like they're out. Let's see what they showed up as. They're at 804 right now. All right, so here's NVAX numbers. So NVAX is out with their numbers. They posted a first quarter loss per share of 341, first quarter revenue of 81 million. I'll put the number up in chat. Kramer by far is the worst predictor. All right, so again, guys, you can kind of see NVAX numbers at the bottom of the screen. We're covering these. And then the last one we have is plug power. I don't think plug is out with theirs yet. Yeah, y'all hit the like button, guys. We appreciate it. Again, I'm also in gold right now, so we are in gold. Kind of letting my gold trade ride. All right, but yeah, so NVAX did better than expected. EPS better than expected. Or missed sales. FSR missed pretty bad on everything. Lowered guidance, lower EPS, lower sales. Plug has not dropped theirs yet. We also have NKLA earnings today. So NKLA drops their numbers too today. So Nicola, I think is how you say it. They are not out either, but they are dropping their numbers today too. Yeah, Fisker was bad. Kramer. So Palantir did well with their earnings, right? So PLTR. PLTR ripped up big. All right, so GPT-4 with web browsing has been released. All right, guys. So yeah, I mean, again, we got some earnings today. Gold is up, SPY is down some, but it's not a huge drop in the market here. Hey, what's up, Sam? Yeah, Rivian earnings after the bell today too. We'll see how that one goes. I mean, maybe they'll be coming in good. I don't know. We'll see. But we do have Rivian earnings after the bell today. We have. Is this camera better or worse than the last one? I feel like it's a little bit better, right? It's a little bit grainier, it looks like. I'll have to adjust it a little bit, but yeah, PACW red, WAL red. I mean, I'm skeptical of all these bank stocks. Again, people have been asking me if I'm investing in them for a while now. I'm just not investing in them. So anybody heard about the Turbo coin? I have to buy a little bit of that. And, let me see. I mean, it's only 0.001 cent. Yeah, I hear Turbo's like the big one. Sorry. Mullen short squeeze. Do you guys think Mullen will short squeeze? Hey, what's up, B? What's up, Andre? Got to give it to Nicola. Yeah, I'm surprised. All right, I gotta change this song. This song is just a little bit too off. Palantir to $11 today, maybe. Hey, we'll see. I hope it does, you know. All right, guys. So what a ridiculous tip, dude. Okay, this is a troll joke. I was gonna say, man. Okay, yeah. All right, guys. So, again, nothing out for plug yet. NVAX did mixed results. FSR did really bad results, to be honest, just bad. So, yeah, we'll see. I just posted the greatest post on Twitter ever. What I said was real estate tip. If you can't afford a mortgage, try to talk random people into giving you their home. With multiple homes, you can now afford said mortgage. You're welcome. All right, real estate course coming soon. Honestly, that's what a lot of these freaking gurus on Twitter say and YouTube say. Like a lot of these fake little gurus out here, they're like, oh, creative finance, man. He's like, oh, if you can't afford a home, why don't you go talk somebody in to, you know, renting you the home for $5 a month? You know, then your profit per month will be $1,495. And you can take that $1,495 and then buy your own home with it. Real estate tips. Like, y'all shut up, man. How impossible is that? It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, small and mid caps are just inherently sketchy to invest in. Maybe you could trade them and make money doing it, but yeah, I mean, you could trade them, but like I think again, I've said it before. I think new traders lose more money with small and mid caps than they do from anything else because they're misleading. They're tricky.
You know, like a lot of people treat them like they're large caps, where these are new companies that are very new. A lot of them are going to drop big percentages within a year. And so if you invest all your money in them, you can lose 30, 40, 50, 60% plus very quickly investing into mid caps. And so it's one of those reasons, like if you're going to put your money away long term in the stock market, unless you're okay with losing whatever you invest, unless you're okay with just losing whatever it is, right? If you're going to put your money away, put it in large cap companies, like companies that have been around for at least 20 plus years. If not, it's inherently risky. Creative finance, you know. All right, guys. The real question is, do you guys think the banking problem will trickle into everything else? That's the real question here. It's like, do you think, whoa, see, it's almost when I move this, it gets even more grainy here. You see this? Oh, I fixed this camera. Is it light related? That doesn't look good, man. All right, look at plug. Plug might be out. Let me see what plug is showing up. So plug might be out with their numbers. They just dipped down to under 920 here. All right, so plug is out. No, they're not out yet. I mean, it's not a scam. It's just expensive. CT. I don't know when NKLA's reporting here. It's not out yet. It's supposed to be before market open, but I don't know when it's gonna be. All right, like I'm trying to fix this camera. Look at how grainy it is, though, man. Where do I edit this thing, man? Where do I edit this thing, man? Yeah, NKLA is not out with theirs yet. I don't see any plug news either. MJX is still gapping up though. Let me mess with this camera a little bit, see if I can get a little bit less grainy image here. And there's USB. All right, guys. So what is this thing called? This is called Elgato face cam. I did get a new camera, but honestly, it's not really that nice. I could turn the lights on, see if that helps. You know, but like it's kind of grainy. Am I wrong? Like, it's kind of grainy here, man. Like I don't know if it's light related. Let me turn my light on to see if that helps. Hold on. It's kind of grainy. No, maybe it's because it's dark. All right, here, hold on. Like maybe that could help it. I mean, I'll put the lights on in here. I guess that's better, right? I just don't want it to be grainy. No. Yeah, I think it is too. There you go. Yeah, banking will definitely have an impact on stuff, man. All right, guys, we got about a minute and a half left.
Is this better? I guess it's a little bit better, right? I mean, you can see my stuff is definitely more clear now. But I don't know. It's supposed to be a nicer, better camera. It's supposed to do 1080p 60 FPS. But all right, FSR still trying. Plug's still not out with their numbers yet. So Plug still didn't drop their numbers here. All right, guys, we got 30 seconds before 6 a.m. I'll probably cut a little bit of my gold trade here. Again, maybe I'll hold my gold trade. I mean, I might as well just let it ride in case something, you know. And I can always do this, and you can kind of see it a little bit clearer, but yeah, definitely third most. Yeah, market's flat right now. I mean, they're just not doing anything. Banks are down. That might be one of the dynamics to watch the market today on. SPY gapping down a little bit, but it's not like a crazy big gap down. Every time honestly, the market's pretty sideways right now. Like, we're just neutral here. There's just not much going on. SPY very choppy, going up, down for the last like 3 hours. All right, guys. Yeah, let me know if this new camera's better. If it's not, I'll go back to my old one. All right, so there's 6 o'clock. Oh. Gotcha. Hey, thank you, man. Shout out to my editor who's watching the stream. Thank you, sir. Too much space on the top. Okay. There we go. See, the problem is, like, it's hanging on my computer to monitor, so it's not easy to move down. You know? Like, anytime I move it down, it goes right back up. There's nothing I can really do about it. I have to get a better stand. I got a tripod. I think this thing will hook up to a tripod, but that'll take too long to hook up. Palantir? Yeah, bro. Never again will I get it wrong. Palantir. It's something like that, you know. It's close enough. Yeah, but again, everything missed earnings today except for NVAX here. Again, we're still waiting for Plug. Plug's not dropped theirs yet. But we do have NKLA dropping their numbers today. Again, nothing's really out. Honestly, NKLA has no movement whatsoever. They are just super sideways. So we're still waiting for Plug. NVAX dropped theirs. Fisker had one of the worst reports we've seen in terms of huge miss. They posted like 200,000 revenue, and they expected like 4.5 million. So a huge miss for revenue for FSR. SPY is gapping down, as you can see on the right side of the screen here. So the SPY is gapping down a little bit today. I'll have to mess with the camera, though. See, I'm using StreamYard, and I don't know if StreamYard allows me to really edit the camera like that. It's the only problem. It's like I can change the resolution. It's in 1080p, and that's good and fine. It honestly doesn't look bad, though. This doesn't look bad. Like, it might be bad on screen because it's small. But, like, if I put this up like this, it's actually a little bit better, I think, than the other one. Now, I don't know. Let me know. But it's actually a little bit better, I think, relative to the last one. Still not necessarily great, but with the lights on it, you can definitely see more. Anyways, let me go back to this. Yeah, FSR, surprising that it's holding because it had a big miss, man. It had a big miss. Palantir dropped their numbers yesterday. And so they are up big too. You can see they're up to 930s. Yeah. Yeah, well, when it zooms in like this, it's even worse, is what I'm noticing. It's supposed to have like a super wide view. It's like supposed to be the benefit of it. So I guess I can kind of see that. Like the view is really wide, so y'all can see my full desk area. So I guess that's cool. But I think when you make it really small, it makes it hard to, you know. Yeah, it's a mini fireplace. It's a heater is what it is. All right, guys. So yeah, again, this week is going to be noticeably slower than last week. Except for tomorrow. Tomorrow, big day. Thursday, big day. Friday is actually a pretty big day too. So the last couple days are going to be solid. But today and yesterday, probably slower than normal days. Hopefully not. Hopefully we just get tons of views. But honestly, I don't mind the slow days. They're a little bit more relaxing here. Yeah, so FSR, which is just surprising. So like, here's FSR. FSR is, I'm surprised this thing is not down to like $5 a share, considering how bad they did. Again, FSR, guys, if you didn't see what they did, all right, Plug just dropped. So Plug is out with theirs, but they haven't moved barely at all. Again, there's Plug's numbers right here. So here's Plug, 35 EPS versus 26 in estimate. So they lost more than expected. Sales beat expectations by about 5 million. But yeah, mixed results for Plug. They see further gross margin expansion towards financial targets as additional hydrogen plants come online in 24 and beyond. So yeah, Plug, mixed results, but they see further expansion, and that's good. But again, yeah, FSR just did absolutely horrible with regards to their EPS numbers. So Fisker did 38-cent EPS versus 30-cent estimates. Sales of 200,000 missed the 14.35 million estimate. So 200,000 in sales versus 14.35 million estimates. Now, this might be wrong. The other one I read, let me see. So that might be wrong. What I'm showing for Fisker. Oh, no, it's right. Honestly, this one has 17 million. This is one of the biggest misses I've seen with regards to earnings in a long time. That is a huge miss for revenue. Again, 200,000 revenue versus 14 million plus expected is a crazy huge miss, man. A crazy huge miss. And again, so I'm surprised FSR is not down more than it is now, because that is a huge miss with regards to revenue. Crazy big miss. I'm deep into Palantir. Hey, good luck, bro. I hope y'all make money. Again, I hope you guys make money. First quarter loss declined as revenue increased, expenses fell. Revenue increased. Huh? No, this is wrong. First quarter revenue decreased relative to expectations. Again, FSR. I still don't know what this is. I think this is a car company. No? NKLA still not out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Cute Puppy. Beginner trading exceeds that for the most part. Potentially this year will exceed that. I'm not saying we always do, but this year will probably exceed that. Cute Puppy. In terms of just base revenue, like not net gross revenue. We'll probably exceed that. Maybe I should go public here. Because man, 200,000 for a publicly listed New York Stock Exchange company is out there. Here, I haven't even pulled my Discord up today, guys. My bad, team. Yeah, that makes sense, Pawn. Create your own ETF like Meet Kevin. Yeah, but isn't Meet Kevin's ETF just made up of a bunch of companies? So I don't need to create my own ETF. Doesn't have anything to do with how much I'm making, I guess is the point. But it's being bad. It's doing bad if... it's doing bad if beginner trading, is probably going to have more gross revenue than Fisker. Again, guys, real estate tip here. Real estate tip. I posted this to Twitter. I'm gonna just keep using this joke. Real estate tip. If you can't afford a mortgage, just talk random people into giving you their home. With multiple homes, you can now afford a mortgage. Creative finance. Creative real estate. Okay. Course coming soon, guys. Course coming soon. Those shorting PLTR will be running for cover, that's for sure. Maybe. I hope you guys make money. I really do. I hope you guys make money. Again, I'm not personally holding PLTR, but I hope you guys make money. I really do. Yeah, you know what's crazy? I saw this the other day. So like I was going in the store, I was trying to buy a Rolex. Bro, it's so difficult to buy a freaking Rolex, dude. You know, I'm not trying to brag. I don't even know if I should have said anything. Honestly, I'm trying to buy it as like a store of value, you know? Like the way I run my account is like I don't want money to sit in my bank account. I want to put it up somewhere so I don't spend it. I want to put it in diversified, all these different things, put it in savings, put it in stocks, put it in different stores of value, right? So that's why I wanted to buy one. But bro, it's so difficult to buy a freaking Rolex, dude. Like I go there and I'm like, hey, I like this one. Can I take this one today? And they're like, no, well, you know, you gotta take my card and then take pictures of ones you like online and text them to me. And then when we get one in that you like, you'll be on a list. And then, you know, when we get it in, we'll send messages to everybody on the list and then first come, first serve. It's like, what? Why would you do that? Like, why don't you just sell it to me right now? You know? Like, what is the problem with this? Like, why make it so freaking difficult to buy? It's absolutely ridiculous. But honestly, when we were there, they started showing us these new lab-grown diamonds. And somebody said on the internet, it's actually crazy. We figured out how to grow real diamonds that are cheaper and better quality than the real thing. And so many people are still like, nah, the suffering is what makes it special. Honestly, they showed us these real diamonds. They're like 25% of the price. Right? Like they showed us one that was like 4,000, right? And it was like 3 carats or something crazy. And apparently these lab grown diamonds are better quality. Like they're more perfect diamonds and they're real diamonds. Like if you test them, they're real. And they're 25% of the price. Yet some people are still like, nah, I want to pay full price for these diamonds. That yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, dude. Yeah, I'm not buying a Rolex from any of you degenerates in here, you know. Gold's still moving up. Yeah, I don't know, man. Honestly, the whole thing just made me want to go like used route, like go get some like actual. All right, so look at plug popping up a little bit. Again, I'm surprised FSR is not down way more than it is. But the whole thing made me want to just go buy a used one from somebody that's like verified and legit. But yeah, it was just a mess. I remember sitting there being like, what? Like you got all these watches here in front of me.
You know, like, I like that one. You can't just sell me that one right now. And they were like, no. You know, it's like, then why are we here? Like, why do you even have a brick and mortar store? That's the question I wanted to ask. I didn't. But it's like, why even have a brick and mortar store, a watch store, if you don't sell watches? You know, like, why not just do an online store? The margins have got to be way better in that situation. Look at Plug. Plug popped up a little bit here. So PLUG is up there. So it's gapping up a little bit, but yeah, the whole thing was absolutely ridiculous. All right, SPY is at 411.30s. All right, guys. Yeah, FSD is apparently an EV brand. I didn't even know, honestly. I don't. It's so small. Apparently, I just didn't know. SPY down today, though. Again, we do have NKLA dropping their numbers out. I don't think they're out with theirs yet, though. Here's NKLA. Yeah, so NKLA and Iveco Group's joint venture is going to be fully owned by Iveco, apparently. So I don't know what that means. NKLA is going to have to do with it, but All right, guys. So yeah, AI, man. We'll see. What other AI stocks are there aside from Microsoft? You know, I know Microsoft is one. What other AI stocks are there? I guess is the question here. Yeah, Snap, nice little rip up yesterday too. Hey, again, how many times have I bought Snap on the dip? People have told me not to, and it's gone up to make money within a couple days. Literally every freaking time. Every time. Same thing happens. Again, I'm at this point, I'm just kind of getting used to it. When it finally stops working, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm gonna be shocked.
Uh, AMD, Palantir. Pretty sure NVIDIA. Yeah, I know AMD, PLTR, NVIDIA, GFAI. I know GFAI ran. Some of those are too sketchy, though, to me, honestly. Do you think Under Armour is a buy? I have no idea if it is or not, to be honest here. I've just not really messed with Under Armour that much in terms of stock. I have some shirts from Under Armour. Like, I'll wear their T-shirts, but... Are you buying PayPal on the dip? PayPal released earnings yesterday, right? How did they do? They did bad. I could buy the dip in PayPal. What did they do in terms of earnings? It all depends on what they did for their earnings here. Let me look. PayPal did adjusted EPS of 117, beat the 9 cent. Yes, they beat on both metrics. This must be guidance related. Operational margin growth, this outlook. All right, yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy PayPal here. I will buy. I'm going to buy like 15 shares, I think, is a reasonable position here. All right, so we're in 15 shares of PayPal. I think it's a good dip buy. Again, maybe I'm wrong. But that's all right. We're going to see if it holds. PLTR is a... yeah, PLTR is a little bit too speculative here. It's not really tanking. It's still up big percentages. Very rarely will a stock hold all the gains it's made. So, like, most of the time, a stock's not going to hold the entire gain it's made, you know? My guy. Bulldog trading's hilarious, man. All right, so yeah, we bought a little bit of PayPal. Again, we'll see if it works. We'll see if it holds. I don't like it. I don't mind it. I mean, it doesn't look too bad for me personally. But again, don't copy me. I might be wildly wrong. Yeah, NVIDIA. What's NVIDIA doing, man? It's been a second since I've seen it. NVIDIA's still up to basically 290. It's just up too much for me. Maybe I'll miss out on gains, and I know that's a possibility, of course. But it's just up too much for my taste here. Again, I really just... I think it's going to pull back eventually, and I'm just skeptical in that. Maybe not, though. Where's Microsoft? Hey, well, good luck. Microsoft at 307s. Yeah, I believe PLTR. I believe PLTR is doing well. The crazy part is like one thing that I really recognize here, and this is honestly the craziest thing, dude. Like, so many of these AMC traders, and again, I'm not hating on AMC. I'm in AMC. I hope it goes up. I'm going to preface this with like, look, I am in AMC. I hope it goes up. I really, truly do hope it goes up. I'm in it right now. All right. But so many of these guys don't understand float. I saw a guy make a post yesterday, and his post was like, Cinemark stock is $15 a share. AMC stock is only $5 a share. This is a problem, you know? And then, like, everybody in the comment section was like, bro, it's because Cinemark has 4 times the float. That or Cinemark has, what was it? Let me see. I gotta find it. What is the Cinemark symbol? CNK. CNK is the symbol. Let me look up the actual stats here. But yeah, CNK. Okay, no, actually he might be right. No, Cinemark is more expensive and has a, oh yeah, that's why. Okay, that's why. But no, so the difference is that Cinemark has 4 times smaller float than AMC, right? And so Cinemark is going to be more expensive even if it's the same size of a company. You know, like Cinemark has about 100 million shares in the float. AMC has what? 500 million, right? So 4 to 5 times larger float for AMC than Cinemark, right? So it's not surprising that Cinemark is about 4 times larger in price than AMC, even though they're probably worth similar. But again, a lot of this community doesn't understand float. Like they think Chipotle is a more expensive, is a bigger company than Apple apparently, because Chipotle is almost $2,000 a share and Apple is about 100 and something. So it's surprising how many traders don't understand float, and they look for It's surprising how many traders don't look at float and base their value of companies purely off of price. It is genuinely surprising that there's a lot of traders that do that. It's just truly surprising. I'm making a post about it now. But yeah, genuinely surprising how many traders with big followings on social media don't understand float size versus share price. Many judging the size of the company only by share price without looking at float. Again, Chipotle is what? Size of Chipotle? $2,000 plus. Apple 170. I can't remember who I saw do this yesterday, but again, the person I saw do it yesterday, I immediately was like, what is this guy talking about? Yeah, a lot of people truly don't understand it. Yeah, Cinemark, here's the example. Again, and I saw somebody do this. I saw somebody basically go, look at plug dump here. Plug down to 890s. I saw somebody seriously go, hey guys, if you don't think there's manipulation, why is Cinemark at $17 plus a share while AMC is under 6? And again, everybody in the comment section was like, because Cinemark's float is 4 times smaller. You know, AMC has 500 plus million. Some call it $1 billion plus in the float. And so, sure,
AMC is going to be able to have a lesser share price because there's so many shares out there. And you can tell the guy just kind of was oblivious to stock price versus float. And so again, understand, like, you can have a lesser stock price, guys, at home. Like, you can have a lesser stock price if you've got way more shares out there, you know. So market cap is shares times price, right? That's the size of your company. So market cap is shares times price. Again, you can have, if you've got a million shares in the float, you know, like Chipotle's got like 20 million or something, so small float. You know, you can be $2,000 share price and only have a company worth about 2 billion. So a small, you know, market cap company. Or you can have, you know, a company that has much less value, like $2 a share. You know, you can have a company that has $2 a share in price, but if they have a float of 2 billion, then they're still going to be a 4 billion market cap company. You know, so again, or 1 billion, I guess, would have been a better example. But the point remains, guys, understand it's all price times float. Or I think it's outstanding shares, but the point is still the same. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Yeah, but FUD is just a way to avoid criticism, though. Like, I don't think that, like, I don't think a lot of the people being critical of certain things are trying to spread fear. Like, I think sometimes they're just critical and skeptical, which is okay. That's normal. You know, if you're not critical and skeptical of everything in stocks, you're prone to be taken advantage of and manipulated. You know, like, you have to be skeptical of things. You have to look at things objectively and try to see if there's any potential vulnerabilities with stuff that you're holding. You know, if you're so anti looking at that, you're setting yourself up to be manipulated and you're setting yourself up to lose. You know, like, that's the base reality of it, is that, again, if you're so afraid to hear criticism regarding your stock, then you're probably not really secure about your position in it. And, you know, you're setting yourself up to just get taken advantage of in that situation. Plug dumping down here. So plug down to 840s. Yeah, so the total outstanding shares. Float is shares minus executive shares, right? So float is the total amount of shares that are available to the public. Chris, outstanding shares are all the shares that are out there, right? So float is shares minus what executives own, and like insider shares, right? Outstanding shares are all the shares. So that's the difference, and you multiply price times outstanding shares, I think. All right, guys. Did NKLA ever report their numbers? I don't think so. Again, SPY on the right here. We can look at like Tesla. Here's Tesla. Tesla gapping down a little bit, down to 170s. It's been on a nice little tear up, though, in all honesty. So it's been on a nice little tear. Michael Burry reactivated his Twitter. This is big because he's predicted 18 of the last 2 recessions. That's what I'm saying. All the Burry fanboys is like, guys, like, you know how many times he said we're in a freaking recession or crash? Again, people were claiming we were crashed 3-4 months ago. And like nothing happened, you know what I mean? And then now it's just kind of crickets.
AMC about 500 plus. Yeah, all good, Chris. No worries, man. Yeah, I'm trying to start a real estate podcast. Give me some good names. We've been trying to think of some names here, but I'm trying to think of good ones. He hasn't been right. He's called like 18 crashes in the last 10 years. Case. Again, anybody's right if you give it enough time. You know what I mean? Like anybody's right if you give it a window of years. You know, like he said we would crash, a year plus ago, and so anybody's right if you give them that kind of lagging time. Anybody's right. Again, the difference is that Michael Burry has essentially said we would crash every year for the last like 10 plus years, 13 years really is what it's been, and so I get it. People idolize him and look up to him. I understand. I think he's a smart guy. I really do. But I think he's too bearish. And I think that, okay, I'll put it this way. When the SPY was at 370s, 380s, and we were about to have the Fed meeting, Michael Burry told everybody to sell. He said sell, and then deactivated his Twitter account, right? We are now, again, he said that at 370s or 380s. The SPY is now at 411s, right? And that was like 4 months ago, And so anybody's right if you give him enough time. Maybe he's right. Maybe we do hit one. But the point is like hanging on every word he says like it's truth is just not what you want to do, in my opinion. Maybe he's right. Maybe we do crash. I'm not even saying we don't. What I'm saying is he doesn't have the highest accuracy with his crash predictions. Again, it's all love here. We can agree to disagree. If you guys think he has, that's fine. But, it's all good. Anyways, I'm looking at some other stuff to buy. Everything's too expensive for me to buy anything right now. It's just too high up there. Yeah, but I mean, case law, to be honest, no offense, brother. It just sounds like you're trying to justify him being wrong, man. No offense. I mean, well, we did correct after that. We didn't correct very much. Again, look at the price he said it versus where we're at now. That's the only way to look at it, right? Where did he say it? Where are we at now? We never corrected under that price. I'll put it that way. Market has basically been on a huge tear up since then, And so again, people can claim whatever they want, but again, understand how many times Michael Burry has said this is what you want to do. You got to understand how many times my guy Michael Burry has said these things. And I love The Big Short. I thought The Big Short was a great movie. It's really one of my favorite movies. It genuinely got me more involved with the market itself. Like when I first got started trading, the reason I started trading in general, like I don't know if I would ever start this channel if I hadn't seen The Big Short, and which is a story about Michael Burry and some other guys. Because again, I saw that movie in theaters. I had no idea what trading was really. I was young. I watched that movie. I was always a big poker player, a big strategy guy. I saw that movie. It inspired me to learn trading. And now here we are like 6 years later. And so again, I like Michael Burry. I really do. But you have to understand my position here with this, which is that I have seen people come in my stream every day for the last few years telling me that the sky was about to fall. Tell me the sky's falling. The market's going to go down. A crash is about to happen. A lot of the times they'll insult long traders. They'll call them names. They'll call them insulting names and do all this stuff, right? And then when we don't and we push up, it's just kind of crickets and silence. And then they just never really say anything. And so again, I have a very unique perspective here because I see it happen a lot. And again, I'm going to read this, which is something that's really important for people to understand. No matter how the economy is performing, there will always be a loud group of people saying a big recession is around the corner. Hyperinflation is imminent. The dollar is doomed. The Fed broke everything, and stocks are overvalued. And it's been like that for over 100 years. Consistently, it's been like that. All right. When we look at interest rates,
interest rates are not super high conventionally. 6%, 6.5%, is not crazy high. In the 80s, it was 18%. You know, and so I guess I'm not saying inflation isn't bad. I'm not saying interest rates aren't high. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying we're not going to crash. All I'm saying is nobody really knows, and that jumping on the bandwagon for Burry is probably not the smartest move in my opinion, just because he's been pretty low accuracy. From a historical perspective, how long can a currency last while not being pegged to something tangible, historically speaking? I don't know. I think we're at a different age now, though, outside of history. I think we're in the digital age now. And so I think it's going to make more sense that things are backed by less tangible things in the digital age. And I think that's what we see with crypto and you know what I mean? And so I think now, like, they're going to have utility arguments for things like smart contracts and crypto, and the Fed's coming out with their own stuff. And so I think it makes sense that over time into technology evolution that things are going to be backed by less tangible things, because we have the internet now, and the internet makes it a little bit different in terms of how we look at things, the utility of different things versus what it used to be. You know what I mean? Anyways, SPY down to 411s here, breaking lows. We did buy a little bit of PayPal. We'll see if that works. We cut our Snapchat trade yesterday. We're still in gold as well, though. So we're still in gold. Nicely green on gold. Yeah, right. The internet is intangible. 100%. I think it was Theodore. I think it was Teddy. But maybe it was no, it was one Roosevelt who told everybody to turn in their gold. It was Franklin. Yeah, it wasn't Teddy, it was Franklin. In the 1930s. Yeah, maybe, but you guys got to understand the SPY is up huge amounts here. Like every time we get a little pullback in the SPY, bears come out and act like we are just crashing down here. Here's the last 20 days. We're actually pretty flat, but we're green. If you look at like a longer term chart here over like the year, this is us over the last 6 months since October. So, I mean, this is the SPY for the last 6 months since October here. And again, the market's been pretty strong in that situation, in this way. Again, that is what we're essentially in right now. Now, I'm not saying we don't hold. I'm not saying we do hold. I'm not saying anything. I don't know. Yeah, Teddy was the gangster, Here, yeah, we're not going to make it political in here, brother. That's one of the rules here, Y'all can root for y'all's politicians however y'all want, but yeah, we're not going to just pump them here. No offense to either side. We're just not going to do that. We keep it a politics-free zone here. And anybody that understands, running a community should understand that. So I appreciate it. Let's stray away from politics if we can. Again, Tesla at 170s. Endeavor, Jay, so the UFC parent company. What do you know about them? I know they've been in basically the same spot for years. Like I remember investing in them like when they first IPO'd years ago, and they were at $27, $30, and they've basically been in the same range for 3 years now. Yep. All right, EDR guys at 25. Again, so EDR at $25. Again, I know it's the UFC parent company. I know it's been in the same range for 3 years. So it's consistent, but it's not really growth. What's your favorite trading movie of all time, guys? I got to go with Margin Call. Either Big Short or Margin Call for sure. If we're talking about trading, stock market trading movie. The Wolf of Wall Street's always good. It's probably one of the better ones, but if we're talking about trading, Margin Call's dope, dude. Margin Call's one of my favorite ones. A little bit of a sleeper movie, but like for your analysts, it's good. It's good. Treasury Secretary Yellen says that raising the debt ceiling would be a way to show other nations that we are not a, quote, deadbeat country, end quote. And that was Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary. Do you agree with that? Let me know. Yeah, Boiler Room was good. Billions, great show. Billions is a show more than a movie, but a great show. Yeah, Big Short, Wolf of Wall Street, Margin Call, all great movies. Margin Call, it's either The Big Short or Margin Call. Again, The Big Short I widely credit to getting me involved in the market. If I had never seen The Big Short, I probably would never have started this channel. And so I got to give my props to The Big Short for that because it really got me on the road to running this community and channel here. Billions is a great show. Boiler Room is good. Here's a fun fact that you might not understand. Boiler Room and The Wolf of Wall Street are about the same group of people. So Boiler Room is about the same guy, Jordan Belfort, that The Wolf of Wall Street is about. So I don't know if you guys knew that, but Boiler Room and The Wolf of Wall Street are essentially the same group of people. The movie's about the same group. So I'm pretty sure, at least. Let me make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah, so Boiler Room and Wolf of Wall Street are both based on the same true story. So Wolf of Wall Street is about the point of view from the boss, Jordan, and Boiler Room is the point of view of one of the guys that work there. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but it's very ironic. The ironic part is that, okay, so the ironic part about The Wolf of Wall Street is that Leonardo DiCaprio says that, he hates people like Jordan Belfort, and he thinks people that do what Jordan Belfort did are some of the worst people ever in the world, and that he, criticizes them and says they're like the worst people in the world. Again, the truly ironic part of that is that The Wolf of Wall Street, many of the people that watch it get deeply inspired to turn into something like Jordan Belfort and to be as rich. And so the irony is that Leonardo DiCaprio creates a movie that inspires a bunch of other Jordan Belfort clones out there in the world. Now there's 1 million Jordan Belfort clones. Jordan Belfort's more famous than ever. And it's all because of this movie that Leonardo DiCaprio made about Jordan Belfort. And so I couldn't imagine. So I think the irony there is just hilarious because, again, anybody that watches The Wolf of Wall Street, they don't see it as a bad thing. They look at it as inspiring now. And there's a bunch of Jordan Belfort clones at this point in time. So, yeah, it really is hilarious, to be honest. Yeah, because it really is that. If you look at it, again, Leonardo DiCaprio
said he freaking hates people like Jordan Belfort and that, you know, all this stuff. But again, he kind of created a bunch of clones of Jordan Belfort, which you can't help but laugh at. All right, sorry guys, I had to do something here with editing. There we go. Now we're back up. No, so I didn't actually mean. I was creating a short. So I'm up here, right? Y'all can hear me, correct? Yeah, he's never gonna pay it back either. You know about Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, Boiler Room is good though. It's kind of a slow burn movie. Yeah, the Ben Affleck speech is good. I don't know. As I got older, I saw it as less good though. I used to think it was great speech, but as I got older, I'm kind of like, you know. But I mean, if you tell it to kids, kids are gonna eat that up. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's another good show. It's called it's about banking and trading. Like traders. It was a show about traders. I can't remember what it was. It was about like banks. I've seen The Wolf of Wall Street a long time ago, but can you cover what Jordan did in real life? So Jordan, what he did a few different things, right? He would basically, when he started off, he would basically so the commission split on penny stocks, on OTC stocks, like terrible companies. Again, you see it mirroring kind of what's going on today and stuff that I talk about. But one of the things Jordan did was Jordan had like this firm where he would basically call blue collar workers and pitch them on terrible penny stocks because the commission split for stockbrokers in that situation was 50%. Right. So if you could talk somebody into buying $10,000 worth of shares of a penny stock, those stockbrokers at the time would keep 5,000 of that $10,000. They keep 50% of it. And so that's what he started off with. And he very quickly started making, you know, 50, 60, $70,000 a month doing so. That's when he started recruiting other people. And again, he ended up building like this really big firm around it. And it turned into this huge firm called, what was it called? Something Oakmont. I can't remember. Stratton Oakmont or something like that. He turned it into this big firm. Eventually, he started doing penny stock pump and dump schemes where he would front load into the company under anonymous, you know, buyers. Like he would front load into the company off of like anonymous buyers to where nobody knew it was him, and he would pay other people to do it for him. And then he would get his brokers in the company to pump the price of the stock and to sell it to everybody at home. They would be selling the stock and pumping the price of the stock up big. And then
he would liquidate his whole position. It was kind of like the old school version of a rug pull that you see in crypto now. And then he would liquidate the whole position and then just kind of stack millions on the side. Highly illegal, of course, highly illegal. But he got away with it for a long time and got pretty wealthy doing it before the IRS basically got him. The IRS eventually caught him and put him in jail, and then he basically started, the business that he's in now. That's basically what Jordan did. He started off pumping penny stocks to unsuspecting blue collar workers, basically scamming them. It's legal to do it, but it's just frowned upon and unethical. And then eventually he moved on up to pump and dump schemes and stuff like that. Stratdog. It was Stratdog. Yeah. Who? The Atlas boys? Who are the Atlas boys? Should I know them? Who are the Atlas boys? I don't know who this is. Oh, Atlas Trading, I'm assuming. Oh, Zach Morris and all that stuff. Yeah, bro. I mean, honestly, dude, listen, man. I'm not trying to just rub it in. I'm not trying to hit them while they're down. But like, I have been telling you there were people like this in these communities for years, man. For years, I've been telling this community right here that there were people like this out in the world that did this exact freaking thing. I've explained the pump and dump schemes. I've explained the penny stock gurus. And what they do is they front load into terrible penny stocks. They buy 30,000 shares of this crappy, low float penny stock. And then they announce it to their thousands and thousands and millions of followers. And then when they announce it and say, hey, everybody, this company's great, I'm buying this stock, they bought it days ago. They announced to everybody, hey, guys, I'm buying the stock. It pumps the price of the stock up, and then they unload the shares into every unsuspecting trader that ended up trying to follow them and just rug pull the price of these stocks. They just rug pull the price. And then, some traders might make money, but a lot of them lose their life savings doing this, right? And then afterwards, when they make so much money, basically manipulating low float stocks for their own personal gain to their following, when they make so much money doing it, then they take pictures of their profit. They say, hey, everybody, look at me. I just made 100K. Look at me. Buy my trading course, guys, even though nobody at home is going to be able to do this because y'all don't have millions of followers, right? That's what happens. I've been saying this for years. People say I'm a hater. They say, oh, John's just hating on these guys. Bro, I don't care about these dudes. Again, I got a freaking library office. Again, I don't care about any of these guys. I'm trying to protect people. That's what I'm trying to do, But again, people still fall for it. It's happening right now. People still do it, be smart, guys. And again, people start, the problem is that people start idealizing these guys. How many people I've met that idealize gurus? Bro, these are guys just manipulating the stock market, man. These are not celebrities. Nobody knows about these guys outside of the financial space. And so these are guys that, and again, Twitter followers can be misleading too. You know what I mean? Twitter's great, but I'll put it this way. I see some people on Twitter that have got hundreds of thousands of Twitter followers. They try to come to YouTube and they get 300 views a live stream. You know what I mean? And so Twitter, sometimes it doesn't correlate to YouTube views or actual interest. And so again, these guys are not celebrities, and a lot of people just get so clouded with their judgment. They idolize them so much. They look at them so highly. They put them on a pedestal that they ignore the red flags. Is the problem. And it happens a lot. They ignore the red flags and then they just get caught up in these pump and dump schemes and all this stuff, man. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I try to be honest with people about it.
Yeah, I didn't see that one franchise. So NKLA, I don't know if NKLA dropped their numbers yet. Let me see. No, NKLA still hasn't dropped theirs. Yeah, Steve Madden was even involved in the Wolf of Wall Street stuff. So what Steve Madden did was that exact same thing. So Steve Madden did exactly that. He was partnered with Jordan Belfort to debut his stock on the market. But what happened is that, like, what he eventually did is was Steve Madden ended up unloading shares, basically like rug pulling everybody involved, and it ended up kind of screwing over Jordan Belfort. And Steve Madden didn't care; he kind of rode off into the sunset. But Steve Madden is really the one that got him busted. Oh yeah, Pawn. The guy you're showing me now is the worst one, dude. That dude is a clown, bro. That dude has been on so many different, but it's like, bro, if you follow him, like, he's got such this huge gullible group of traders, right? Y'all really think an 18-year-old is some stock market guru making $100K a trade? Like, bro, this dude is either paper trading or he's pumping up low float stocks and then profiting from it. And then a bunch of people who just relate to him or just eating it up, dude. I'm not going to say his name, but absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. If a YouTuber can manipulate the market. Well, with low floats, it's incredibly easy to do. It's one of the reasons, like, I criticize. It's one of the reasons I criticize, like, low float penny stock pumpers, because you see them a lot. You know, again, a lot of them are doing just that, where they're pumping up stocks, right? They're pumping up low float stocks to their following, and then they're making money purely pumping up low float stocks, and then they're taking pictures of their profit, and they're using it as credibility. Like, see, guys, I'm a professional day trader. I'm making 30K a day. Buy my day trading course. And then they're using that to sell a day trading course for like 5K a pop, right? It's absolutely crazy, bro. And people just eat it up. I think what happens is, like, people so desperately want to believe. They so desperately want to believe it that they just ignore logic. So it's, again, futures market a lot better. That's why, again, as I've aged. All right, NKLA just dropped their numbers here. NKLA just dropped their numbers. Let's see what they are. NKLA posted a first quarter loss per share of 31 cents, a first quarter loss of 169.1 million. So 31 cent loss per share, way better than expected here, at least from what I'm. Yeah, so as expected, 31 cent loss per share as expected. Yeah, 31 cent loss per share as expected. They expected 31 cent loss. They showed 31 cent loss. Man, bro, this is what I hate about earnings, bro. These, like, finding their revenue is so difficult. All right, so their revenue here, they expected 12.5 million. They showed 11.1. Yeah, they showed 11.1 million versus 12.51 million expected. So mixed results, way lower revenue than expected here, a little bit under 10% lower. They beat on par estimates for EPS, but they missed revenue here. Love you, buddy. Here, I'm gonna put this up on screen right there. All right, bud. Love you, man. Have a good day, bud. Love you, buddy. All right. Love you. Have a good day. Y'all be safe, okay? I love you guys. All right. They target the young and naive. Absolutely, man. No, I'm good, storyteller. I'm not going to start drama, man. Again, the guy I'm talking about is not small. Again, he was interviewed on one of these big shows a long time ago. He's this kid, man. He's just this kid. He wears a lot of, like, jewelry and stuff. Again, he's just completely, like... Again, I'll tell you guys this, okay? I'm going to be honest, all right?
anybody that's really making that type of money in the stock market is not going to be out there selling you, you know, a mentorship program, and if they were, and they really were making that type of money, they would show you their broker statements every single month, bro. Like, think about it like this, okay? If you're making $1 million here, the camera's wide angle, babe. You might know what I'm on. Here, hold on. Yeah, so anybody that's making the type of money that these guys are claiming to make, like, think about it like this, right? If you're making $1 million a month, or if you're making 100K a month day trading, right? And you really are making that type of money, and you truly are making that type of money, right? Why not show your broker statement every single month? How much credibility would that give you? That would give you so much credibility, courses would fly off the shelf, right? Again, all you'd have to do is show your broker statement every month. Look, you're making 100K a month, show your broker statement. Even if you're making 15K a month, show your broker statement every single month. Courses would fly off the shelf, right? You know why you don't ever see that? You know why they might show you their broker statement, but it's only going to be like 1 month out of the year. You know what that means? That's probably the 1 month they were profitable. Because if they were making that every month, you better believe they would be showing you that every month. And so again, think about it objectively. Anybody have any disagreements with what I'm saying? Because again, if you're really making money and you're selling courses like that, you would show your statement every month. It would give you so much credibility, bro. Those courses would fly, but you don't ever see that. Why don't you ever see that? Is because all of them are full of crap, Yeah, we'll see if PayPal ends up bouncing back here too. And again, I'm not hating on anybody, okay? I'm specifically talking about the penny stock, the 18-year-old penny stock gurus that are out here claiming to be stock market experts. That's who I'm referring to. There's some great traders that sell great courses, right, that are being reasonable with people. I'm not hating on everybody here. I don't want it to seem like I'm just completely anti-course. Like, there's some great courses from some great communities, all right? None of them are 18 years old, 19 years old, 20 years old. None of them are. None of them are wearing fancy jewelry and needing to show you all that stuff. In fact, like, look, I could show you, I live in a nice enough house where if I really wanted to be sleazy and make it look like I'm just the pinnacle of day trading success from my home, I could certainly do that. Again, I mean, this is my office, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to do that, I certainly could. I don't, because I want privacy. Anybody that really has it like that, they're not going to want the whole world to know it. You know what I mean? They're not going to want, all that stuff. Yep. But people buy it hook, line, and sinker. I think confirmation bias really is something that just gets traders, man. Confirmation bias is just it just gets traders, right? Like you traders spend years learning something, so they desperately want to believe. And I get it, man. Again, it's one of the reasons I push funded account programs so much, is because funded account programs will ultimately save traders money. It'll save traders money. They're not going to risk 10K trying to look like their favorite guru. Like, it's cheaper. It's a lower barrier of entry for traders, and it gives them a lot of the benefits without a lot of the risk. And again, I'm biased in their favor. This is something that you'll see me do that not a lot of other people do. I'm 100% biased in Top Step's favor because they pay me money. They're a sponsor of mine. And so I'm certainly biased in their favor. But I genuinely think it's useful for traders. And the way it's useful is because most new traders are going to lose money, right? I know your favorite guru might be acting like they're making $1 million a year trading or whatever it is. A large majority of people are going to lose money. Now, you can either put that money up yourself and risk tens of thousands of dollars yourself. If you want to day trade stocks, you're going to need over $25,000 to do it. Or you could try one of these funded account programs, which I truly wish we had when I first got started trading. I would have just saved so much money. What they do is they give you a demo in the futures market. And in the futures market, you can essentially day trade the SPY here in what's called the E-mini. That's what I usually trade anyway. I think the SPY is the most consistent thing in the market. So you can day trade the SPY with no PDT rule in futures. It's called the E-mini. It's essentially the S&P 500. It's called the E-mini. In futures, you can day trade it, short it, buy market, buy bids, sell the ask, just like stocks, but without PDT restriction in futures. You can also trade currencies. So if you like Forex, you can trade currencies, at least one's backed by the US dollar. You can trade commodities, gold, silver, all these different commodities as well. No PDT restrictions. You can day trade short in futures without restriction. What Top Step does is they give you a demo. So the base one's 50K. I think it's like 130 something if you use my link, right? So they give you that 50K demo and they test your skill. I think for the 50K one, they give you a profit target of 3,000 and a max loss that's trailing of like 2,000, right? So it's a 2 to 3 ratio, a reasonable ratio. And I think there's 2 different phases. And if you can pass that and pass the testing, then they legitimately fund you $50,000 with a 90% split. And this is the company that everybody else in futures funded programs kind of copies off of. They've been around for over 10 years. They've paid out millions in actual withdrawals from their funded traders, and they fund thousands of traders a year. And so again, if you want to check them out, great way to help support the channel. They are a sponsor of mine. Again, I'm certainly biased in their favor, but I always try to be transparent and honest about that because, again, I think that's my duty to be honest. But yeah, again, I genuinely think it's useful because it's the best of both worlds, right? If you lose, you probably would have lost more putting up the money yourself. You're down 130 something. You can refresh it for 100. But if you pass it, you still keep 90% of your profits. So you still get a lot of the benefits moving forward. And so it makes tons of sense. If you want to check it out, here's the link. Great way to help support the channel. Yeah, John Doe, you're getting banned here, man. You're just kind of sitting around waiting to critique. So good day to you, sir. Any info on CRVN? I thought you lived in a sailboat. A sailboat? Bro, I get so seasick, dude. My dad, has a sailboat. And he's like a big sailor. No, my dad's not, super rich or wealthy. It's like a $3,000 sailboat. But I never could go on it with him because I get seasick. I get nauseous. I like fishing, but I can't go on a sailboat. I get seasick. I got seasick on a cruise ship when I was like 6, 7. And so I'm not a sailor, man. I'm just not it. I can't do it. Hey, what's up, Doomsday? Yachts. Hey, I wish, man. Looking at our poll numbers here, 59% think the market's going to end red. 41% of people think the market's going to end green. Yeah, but the meds make me sleepy if I take them, so I just don't take them. I look like a guy that would live on a sailboat. Hey, John's sailing lessons coming soon. Hey, what's up, Eugene? My guy, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good, man. Listen, sailing's just not my thing, man. I'm not hating on it. It's just not really my thing, bro. Again, it's just not something that, look at Tesla started to bounce back up to 170. SPY bounced back a little bit as well. Again, it's just not my thing. That's okay. I'm kind of more of a, what do I like? I'm more of I like stocks. I'm more of a car guy. Yeah, I'm not buying Disney. Yeah. I'm sure I could probably get used to it, you know, but PayPal dipping down here. We're down like $15. We'll give it some time. What's your favorite car and your most hated car? My favorite car. Ooh. Are we talking like supercars included, or are we talking, you know, like my favorite, you know, reasonable car that I could eventually afford? You know. Like if we're talking like, I'd probably go with like an Acura NSX as one of my favorite cars. If we're talking about supercars, like a little bit better, maybe a McLaren P1, you know. If we're talking about like daily driver cars, I kind of want a Toyota Super Twin Turbo, like a 96 or 94 Super Twin Turbo. Is probably what I'd go with. Tesla popping up a little bit. It's at 170s. NKLA back at ones here. Again, the SPY back up to 411.50s. We'll see if it actually holds. Hey, y'all hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We appreciate it. It's kind of funny though, like, so it's like I watched this guy comment earlier. As soon as I saw his comment, I was like, this dude is just going to sit around waiting to criticize me. But I gave him a chance, right? And it honestly lets me know that my intuition is getting pretty solid, you know, in terms of like identifying people who are just trying to hate from the get-go. Like, bro, this dude was on my stream at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Never said anything. The only time he started saying stuff was negative stuff. And so, honestly, my intuition's getting pretty good here, bro. So watch out, you'll get banned for life. Top 3 at least, you know. So it's the 9th here. Again, we will cut PayPal if it breaks down too much here, man. PayPal is just going to be too sketchy. Hey, nice, Kieran. Bro, honestly, my favorite car ever was the Honda Prelude. Honda Prelude 99. I had a 1997 5-speed Honda Prelude with VTEC. It was so much fun. That little thing could go, bro. Everybody thought it was like a race car because it didn't have the most torque, right? But it had VTEC, which is valve timing electronic control. So it's kind of like it keeps the valves open a little bit longer, so more air and fuel gets sprayed into it at like a specific RPM, right? So what it is like, so it kind of felt like a turbo spooling up, but it wasn't one. It kind of whistled a little bit too because I had a cold air intake. And so a lot of people thought I had a turbo, but I really didn't. And so like 17, 18-year-old John would be riding around in that thing, and I would put it. I think VTEC hit at like 3,000 RPMs or something, and so I would slowly go up to 3, and then I would floor it, and it would feel so fast to most people because they didn't understand like what VTEC was or like why it was all of a sudden so fast, and so it made it seem like it was just that fast all the time when really it was only that fast at 3,000 RPM. The torque was actually a little laggy. But yeah, I used to have so much fun with that car. I miss it. It ended up getting flooded. I'm from Louisiana, and so it ended up getting flooded during one of the hurricanes at my friend Kareem's house. So like it was flooding. I was driving in the middle of the night, and I was going to my friend Kareem's house, which is in central Louisiana, is where it was, and Bro, the water got to my headlights and I panicked and I opened the door and water just flooded that thing. Over with. We ended up getting it fixed. Like we fixed it back up, but it just wasn't the same. It was never as fast afterwards. But it was my favorite car. Do you think the NASDAQ will continue to stay red today? Well, the whole market's red for sure today. Or not the whole market, but like the broad market ETFs, like the SPY, the Q, they're all red today. Not super surprising. I mean, again, we're up a lot over the last like 3 months here. You know, again, if you look at the SPY, for instance, we're up a lot. We've gone from 340s in October to 412s, 410s, 411s. And so it's not a shock that we're pulling back a little bit after such big moves, especially since like March. Like March, we're at 380s. We're now at 412s, 411s. So again, I guess it's not a shock that we're up a lot right now. It's not a shock that we're pulling back some, but again, I don't think this is incredibly weak. Yeah, I think it's possible we bounce back, but I really don't know. We've been in a range between like 405 and 412s for weeks now. So until we break over under that range at 405 and 412s, I don't know what we're going to do. Yeah, it was rough. Love that car too, but yeah, it was done after that. I had some fun cars growing up. My friend had a Type R GSR as well. But it really wasn't that fast because of he ended up getting like some type of, I feel like he got new cams, but they didn't tune them right, and so it just kind of ended up messing the car up. Yeah, man. All right, hey, the Tesla's moving up. It's over 170s. Are you into Nissan GTRs? Yes, but they're so expensive relative to what you get. Do you mean the new ones? No, you're good, Maximus. No worries, man. I usually give people chances, especially if they've been here for a while. Like when I ban somebody, it's usually because of repeated action, or there's two ways I'll ban people. One of them is if like the easiest way to put it is like we get a decent amount of people here. Right now it's a little slow. We only have like 450 people or so here. And again, we don't really have any economic data or earnings that are huge today. So it's not surprising, but one of the reasons I'll ban somebody is like if I've never seen you before and you're just negative, all you say is negative things. You don't ever say anything positive. Like you're just kind of sitting around waiting to say something bad. By the second or third time, you're just going to get booted out of here. The other reason I'll ban somebody is if it's somebody that I know, and like sometimes I think people, I think we get busy, and so I don't acknowledge people sometimes, and I think they get weird and they want attention, and so sometimes they get more attention by being negative, and so they just say some negative things to try to get attention, and then they'll just get banned out of here too. But I appreciate the community. We really do got a lot of great traders here and that show up every day, and I really do appreciate everybody here. So I don't want it to seem too negative, but I'm just kind of giving you that since you asked. I was just telling you, like, those are two things that'll get you banned. As long as you don't say anything like that, then you're good, bro. Or the other one is like if you just kind of sit around and wait for me to plug sponsors and then critique those sponsors, then you'll get banned too. But without doing those three, you're pretty safe, I would say. I haven't seen the new Integras. Are they cool? Again, Tesla dipped back down under 170. So Tesla is now under 170s. NKLA dipped under the previous closing price. The SPY still trying to hold. Here's the Q. So here, Q is a little bit more tech heavy. It was a black Honda Prelude, Roderick. Again, this is what it looked like. 5-speed too, so it's fun. This is what it looked like.
That is what it looked like. Tesla at 169.80s here. Again, Q break it down a little bit. We've been pretty sideways though. It hasn't been like, and I had a losing day. Yesterday was my first losing day in terms of futures in like, a while. So the last losing day I had prior to yesterday was like a week before that. So we will see if we get some better, action today. But yesterday, I'll probably chill a little while and wait for the opening bell to pass. Like the opening price action has just not been good for me lately. And so I think I'll probably give it some time. Try to give it some time to really let the stuff play out first. I'm not going to comment on politics, Shah. It's just not something I'm going to do. I'm just not going to comment on politics, brother. I had a 4-cylinder Mitsubishi Eclipse. Yeah, those what were they? They were Eclipse. Were they GSX? I think they were GSXs. So the GSX Eclipse were cool. The turbo ones, they weren't the most reliable. They'd break down a lot, but they were cool. They were fast for what they were, Cars have kind of evolved to a point now, though, where like the Tesla Plaid Model S, that thing does under 9 seconds quarter mile stock, which is crazy fast. Like people don't understand how fast that is. People don't understand like how quick a 9-second quarter mile stock car is. That's obscenely fast. That's faster than a lot of drag cars that you get. Like Preludes were quick. Everybody loved Preludes. They'd probably run at best like 13 or 14 second quarter mile at best, right? Like the best possible run you could ever get on a quarter mile for my Prelude was probably like 13 or 14 seconds, and it was quick. Everybody loves Subaru WRX STIs because stock they do like 12-second quarter mile, right? And that is very, very, very fast too for a stock car especially. And so the Plaid doing 9 seconds, everybody hears the Fast and the Furious and they think like a 10-second car is like normal. Those are obscenely fast, man. Those will pull you back in the seat so fast. It's ridiculous. And so people need to be careful. Like my daughter was like, "Hey, Dad, can I get a Tesla for my first car?" Even not the Model S Plaid. Like even a regular Tesla, I'm not getting her because those things are too fast. Like the base ones do like 11 or 12 second quarter mile. That's too fast for my kid too. Like I'm not getting her that either. So again, they're just really quick, man. We're at a different age now. Yeah, you might be right about the 14-second. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, I think you're all right. Yeah, 14 seconds, 14 and a half seconds is the best you'll ever get. Yeah, the orange one was dope, man. I like that one. I don't know. I bought a little bit of PayPal, but again, I'm not super confident in it. So like I bought some, but again, I'm not super confident in it. Hey, well, let's ask the question. I'm gonna go run to the restroom. Do you think PayPal will bounce back today? Answer this question. I'm gonna go run to the restroom, guys. I'll be right back.
All right, guys, we are back. Let's see what people said about PayPal here, whether it'll bounce back some. I'm down like $20 so far in the trade, but I'm not going to hold it forever either. Like, we'll probably end up cutting this eventually. I don't know. I got kind of burnt out on the Fast and Furious movies. Like, the problem with the Fast and Furious movies is this, right? This is the true problem of the Fast and Furious movies, is that the first Fast and Furious movie was realistic to like street racing culture. It was realistic. It was the upgrades, the car upgrades and all that stuff were realistic. The culture was accurately portrayed. And it was just way more realistic of a street racing movie, you know, so it was good. It was my favorite movie growing up, was the first Fast and Furious movie. The problem is that after the first one, they became absolutely more and more ridiculous each consecutive one. Like Too Fast, Too Furious, ridiculous. You got flames shooting out the exhaust pipes, which never happens. Like just absolutely ridiculous. They're talking about doing all these crazy mods. Like, it just wasn't a realistic movie, and so they lost that tuner culture as soon as the second one came out. Anybody that actually knew anything about tuner cars and JDM and all that stuff completely lost faith in the Fast and Furious movies after the second one. And so the problem was the switch from directors. The first one, great. Second one, not good. Third one, I kind of like Tokyo Drift, I can't even lie, but still not realistic. And so the more and more they progressed, the worse they became, until they started doing the drift ones. The drift ones were kind of accurate to that stuff too. A little bit out there and embellished, but still good. But yeah, that's the problem with the Fast and Furious movies, is that the first one was great, realistic, accurately portrayed street racing culture, and then every one after that became more and more ridiculous. Until now we're at a point where they're just crazy movies. Like, they just don't make any sense. It's hard to suspend your disbelief watching them. I think PayPal will come back. I mean, we kind of do that already, though. He said, I have a question. Why don't we invest in humans like we do in stocks, bonds, and ETFs? We do. When we invest in stocks, we're investing in humans. Like, that's what we're investing in. You know, when we invest in stocks, that's exactly what we're doing, is investing into people. You know, people run these companies. It's not like they're all automated where they're run by computers. Some of them are, I guess. But when we invest in these companies, that's what we're doing. We're putting money into people. We're putting our money down on people. You know, venture capitalism, venture capitalists. That's exactly what they're doing. They're interviewing people, and then they're betting on them, or they're not betting on them. What do you think Shark Tank is? Shark Tank, you got a person out there doing a pitch. If the sharks like the pitch, they invest into that person. That's what they're doing. And so we already do that. You know, that's what we're doing already. Yeah, what's up, Michelle? Flames are not accurate, man. That's the, again, anybody that knows cars watched Too Fast, Too Furious and immediately kind of rolled their eyes and said, this is ridiculous. Again, they changed directors is the problem. Again, first one interviewed street like culture and tuner culture and accurately portrayed it. All the other ones didn't. The only time you might get flames like that is in between shifting gears in certain cars, but they're not going to be like they were, you know. Started my combine using your promo. When you think is best to start? I would wait. I can't say for sure when you should. I really don't know when you should or not. Everybody's a little bit different with regards to like the best time frame they use for trading. So I'm not sure what you should do. What I do though is what works best for me is waiting a couple minutes after the open, like not trading the first 5, 10, 15 minutes. And sometimes I do anyway, but if I can wait and start trading after that's generally more ideal for my trading. But it's all subjective. Everybody's different. Again, SPY over VWAP under the 200 EMA. So you can kind of see that in the SPY here. Under the 200 EMA over the volume weighted average price. We'll see if it actually holds this. All right, guys. So yeah, look at this dump down on the queue here. So tech falling down, SPY falling down a little bit. SPY still over the VWAP though, holding there. And again, we'll see if it continues to hold. I normally don't comment, but it depends on your fuel ratio. Yeah, for sure. If it's really rich, which means there's more fuel getting sprayed in. Relative to air, yeah, you could shoot flames. But again, it's not like a super common thing. The problem with the Fast and Furious movie is that every freaking car had flames shooting out. It wasn't just when they were driving though. The problem is that they would start up the car and flames would shoot out the exhaust as they started the car up and just kind of sat there, right? That was the problem. Again, whatever director directed Too Fast, Too Furious was... again, you could tell he didn't really understand cars. Just the way it was designed just wasn't similar. Again, another huge problem with Too Fast, Too Furious is that they're shifting like 12 gears. Like they're going, and they're shifting like 12 different times in Too Fast, Too Furious. It's like back then, 6 speeds weren't even super common. It was mostly 5 speeds. And so shifting 20 times is just sensationalizing it. Again, it just came from somebody that didn't understand cars. Best way I could put it. I'm not saying there's not, specific scenarios with your ratio in terms of air and fuel that could make the car shoot flames. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I've seen my car shot flames before. My Prelude did, mostly in between gears when I floored it and put a lot of fuel in there. So I know it can happen, but the movie was not typical of how it happens. No, they weren't downshifting. They're speeding up. AMC moving this morning? Is it really? I'm waiting for it to move, man. I ruffled some feathers yesterday. People got mad about my AMC, and it's all good here. But Bed Bath & Beyond too, man. Again, I'm going to ask this question again. What's the fundamental argument for Bed Bath & Beyond's long-term success? Somebody give it to me. Because I hear people talking about what a great company is, that it's worth over $1 billion, that it's just a shining example of a great, amazing company. But somebody give me that argument for it, because I don't know the argument. Like, what is the argument that Bed Bath & Beyond is going to succeed long term? Like, how can they turn their business around? What can they sell? What can they do that actually legitimately turns their business around? Again, genuine question. I'm genuinely open to hear it, but I haven't heard a real argument yet. Right, exactly. DS, 100%. My Ford Taurus had the best flames. Hey, definitely top 3. And again, I still watch Too Fast, Too Furious. I went and saw it in theaters. I remember we snuck in. This is actually how I watched Too Fast, Too Furious. I still remember it to this day. We snuck in to watch Too Fast, Too Furious. And then we ended up watching Blade 2 as well. So we went and saw Too Fast, Too Furious. We watched it. And then we left that theater and we went to see Blade 2. You know, we went and saw Blade 2 in theaters. And then we called my mom to go pick me up. You know, I can still remember Blade 2 and Too Fast, Too Furious, same day. We watched it. Yeah, dragons are real too. Apple, guys, 172's here. Again, we bought PayPal. Yeah, I'm genuinely open to hearing the argument here, you know. Y'all tell me the argument. Again, I'm open to hearing it. I've been asking this for months. Nobody's given me one real argument. I haven't heard one real argument. I really haven't. Blade 2 more realistic. Hey, definitely top 3 most realistic Blade 2 movies. All right, guys. I would reach out to them, Michelle. So regarding Top Step, I would reach out to them, brother. Again, I'm not the one that dictates the rules there. You want to reach out to them, bro. Is what you want to do. Again, it's just not really my forte, if you will. I'm not really I'm not the guy that makes the rules there, brother. So again, you want to reach out to them and see. Bro, honestly, I love the new Game of Thrones movies. Those movies were great. Again, what I'm arguing for, though, is the difference between Fast and Furious 1 and 2. Fast and Furious, pretty realistic movie in terms of, like, racing culture. Pretty realistic, right? Realistic cars, realistic times, except for that end scene. Just a lot more realistic. Too Fast, Too Furious, absolutely ridiculous movie. They're jumping 30 feet in the air and landing and then continuing to drive. They've got flames shooting out the exhaust. It's just not the same, you know. Honestly, the new Game of Thrones, a lot of people don't like it. I love the new one, man. Honestly, what I'm mad about, though, is you got to wait 2 years. Bro, like, who started doing this? Like, why, man? Like, 2 years in between seasons? Bro, it's like a genuine worry that I'm, you know, not going to be around. You know what I mean? It's just too long in between times. So is Bed Bath & Beyond filing Chapter 11? Did they already file it? Which is a reorganizational bankruptcy. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a reorganizational bankruptcy. Well, yeah, the season 8 wasn't good, of course. Everybody agrees there. But the new season's solid. Or the new spinoff House of Dragons good. Yeah, I heard they. That's what I was saying. So when did they do the Chapter 11 again? Financial environment. Hollywood now waits to see if they have the guarantee before investing in a new season. Yeah, but with Game of Thrones, they could have, pretty accurately predicted that it would do okay. You know who is a low-key bank store and way better than Bed Bath & Beyond? TJ Maxx? Yeah, I don't know, though. I don't know how many people actually buy from there. I know they got some, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to throw it in sub-only mode, so if you haven't already, guys, hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. All right, SPY dipping down a little bit here. SPY at 411.20s here. But again, guys, I mean, I'm going to ask this question again just because I haven't really heard anything. But like, what are Bed Bath & Beyond going to do to turn the company around? Like, serious question. Like, what are they going to do to turn the company around? I'm genuinely curious. Like, anybody know the argument there? Like, what are they actually going to do to turn the company around? I'm completely open to hearing it. But I've asked this question many times. I even had a guy on Twitter. A guy on Twitter said, let's see what he said. Guy on Twitter said, with the right people at the helm, it can be turned around. Bye, baby alone is worth billions, way more than the current market cap. This is a highly undervalued company, right? So that's what they said. My response was not saying I disagree, but in what way? How is it worth $1 billion plus? There's never anyone in the stores when I've been there. How can it be turned around? Genuine question. What changes to the business model could be made to help boost sales? Again, I'm genuinely asking. I'm not just hating on Bed Bath & Beyond here. I really want to know. Like, I think it's an interesting topic. Like, what is the changes that could be made here to help succeed the company? Genuinely want to know. I'm genuinely curious to know this. All right, guys. So
All right, so again, we did buy PayPal here. We're down less than 20 bucks. We're just kind of sitting this now to see if we get something good here. Trying to be patient here and wait. All right, we also got to throw it in sub only mode, guys. We already threw it there. Okay, cool. All right, 15,000 shares of BBBQ. Hey, good luck, brother. I hope you make some money, dude. I really do. I hope you make some money, man. Michelle, it's up to you, brother. Again, the way they do it is they test your skill. If you could pass the combine and all that entails that, then they'll, they should fund you. But you got to reach out to them and check them, man. It's their challenge, not mine, brother. PayPal started to bounce back a little bit over 770 plus. So we'll see if it holds. Yeah, Z, if I've never seen you before and the first thing you say is critical, again, that's how you get banned here, man. Not saying I'm going to ban you, but like, if you're not contributing anything positive, only negative, then you'll get banned eventually. Yeah, focusing on online sales probably is the better move. Because again, I posted this. Let me actually post this on Twitter. So I saw this in my area. I'm gonna post this on Twitter, but I'll show you guys this picture. But yeah, again, it basically I saw this yesterday in my area, which is that Bed Bath & Beyond stores are closing down. If you want to see what I mean, at Beginner Trades on Twitter. At Beginner Trades is my Twitter handle. There we go. And this is what I meant. Let me refresh. Again, Tesla moving up a little bit. The Q, so tech dipping down some too. They could be a furniture selling store. Yeah, that might not be a bad move. NVAX is moving up. Is it from their earnings call? Yeah, NVAX up to 820s here. Let's see. I forgot what NVAX posted. All right, so NVAX posted 341, beat the 346 estimate. Sales missed though, 80.95 mil versus 87.61 million expected. Pretty big miss on sales, but they're ripping up here. Look at 825s right now for NVAX, up to 825s, almost 830s here. All right, looking at NVAX starting to rip here. It's starting to break over highs. Again, we'll see if it continues. It's a pretty big move, though. I mean, it's all the way back up to 830s here. Again, SPY's still down. I did buy a little bit of gold and diversified into it.
Oh, this is the Donald Duck song. I gotta change this. So when is the reverse split for AMC supposed to take effect? Look at NBX rip up, guys. 840s right now, 840s. PayPal starting to bounce back too here. That's nice. Dora the Explorer, the GOAT. Dora the Explorer. BBY is Bed Bath and Body Works, I think, if I remember correctly. So BBY is different than BBBY. BBBY, again, BBY is the makeup store. Or no, BBY might be Best Buy. Look at NBAX rip up here. Let me see. Yeah, BBY is Best Buy. I think Best Buy is going to be fine though. I mean, there's never really anybody there, but I think the difference is convenience. Like people want to buy tech in person. I don't really want to get tech shipped to me. And I think that difference is going to make Best Buy a little bit more immune relative to Bed Bath & Beyond. Because again, when I buy tech, I want to buy tech in store. I want to hold the computer, see what it looks like, see what it feels like, all that stuff. And so that's going to make me go to the store to buy tech, especially from the fact that it costs thousands of dollars and I don't really trust getting that shipped to me. Now, it's different for Bed Bath & Beyond. It's just a different thing. For all those that don't have a girlfriend or a spouse in that way that likes candles, Bed Bath & Body Works is the candle store that I bring my wife there, and she stays there for like 30 minutes and like buys like $500 worth of freaking candles and hand sanitizer by the end of it. Every guy is sitting there shaking his head like, yep, I know you do. We all know. If you know, you know. Okay, smells great, but honestly, a freaking candle was like, I'm gonna go broke taking my family to Bed Bath & Body Works, bro. Again, NVAX is up to 870s, 890s. We'll see if it holds. Again, BBY is different. I think Bed Bath & Body Works is BBW something. Yeah, it's BBWI. This is Bed Bath & Body Works. It's at 3260s. My son gets tech shipped. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying there's nobody that does it. What I'm saying is that I don't personally do it. Yeah, for sure. AV, 100%, man. I don't think I'm an outlier too much in that situation. I think there's a lot of people like me that do that, where they want to buy tech in store. It's just safer, I think. Yeah, Shepard, bro, that store is misleading, man. You go to that store, candles smell so good. You're going around smelling candles like, ooh, that smells good. Ooh, that smells good. Before you know it, you pick out like 4 things, 5 things. It's like $300. And then at that point, you picked them out already. You don't want to, look bad by putting them back. And so you're just kind of like, all right. I don't want to disappoint the wife, so I'm just kind of like, all right. Freaking Nordstrom too, man. We went to Nordstrom the other day. BBYQ is up. Yeah, hey, I'm for it, man. I hope it succeeds. People act like I'm just a hater. I'm not. I hope y'all make money with Bed Bath & Beyond. It's not like I'm shorting it. NBAX pulling back a little bit. Tesla down to 169.70s. Yeah, I'm putting them back, but I don't know. It depends on how much it is. All right, so the US SEC has stepped back from defining what a digital asset is, stating that the term is still under consideration. Really interesting. Where's AI? Where you at, Bing chat? PayPal's still dropping down under $70 here. All right, look at NVAX still ripping up, honestly, here. Still popping pretty big. Coin won't like that. I think Coin might like that even more. Because, again, that basically, like, before they were getting pretty rigid on, like, what it was. The AI. Alright, man. I guess we're just going to have to build this one. All right, guys.
All right, guys. So look at NVAX fly up here, man. Wow, that's a crazy big move here for NVAX. We still got about 25 minutes or so until the market opens here, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's the day before CPI comes out. So again, we'll see if we get anything good now. Oh no. All right, guys. So look at NVAX fly here. It must be something from their earnings call. Let me check back on chat here. It's becoming a problem since they wouldn't define what a digital security is. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's kind of crazy how they won't just kind of tell people what it is, man. You know, it really is kind of crazy and out there. Man, look at NVAX run here. Let me look up the news. There's got to be some type of news. NVAX, they eased uncertainty, announced job cuts, and encouraging data from one of their shot combos. So, I mean, again, easing uncertainty, job cuts, data, so layoffs, which has kind of been causing a lot of bullish action in a lot of different stocks lately, in all honesty. Traders are either gamblers or at the casino. Yep, absolutely agree. And NVAX flying up though, man. I'm genuinely curious to see what happens. Again, we did buy a little bit of PayPal, not a huge position. Again, BBWI, we can look at BBBYQ. A lot of people talking about it. It's up to 23 cents or so. John, what is your answer to the poll? Let me see. So what did I ask on the poll? I said, does the market close red or green this week? I'm going to go with red. It ultimately depends on what CPI shows up as tomorrow. So CPI is a pretty big release tomorrow. So it really does depend on like what CPI shows up as tomorrow. That's going to influence everything else, you know. Yeah, I mean, generally companies have been cutting jobs lately, and that's caused a lot of bullish action in the market, to be honest. So we've getting a lot of bullish stuff coming on. Let me go ahead and get the futures trading out. We'll put up Tesla. Yeah, keep those up, and then we're gonna get ready to trade some futures today, guys. Let's do this. Here's the E-mini. You know, lately, the last couple of days, I've been making money, but we're gonna start this off with the micro E-mini today, I think, and then switch to the regular E-mini if we get good results there. I think that's the right move. NVAX still pumping up. Again, the futures market pretty stagnant right now. Gold pulling back some. PayPal still over 70, just popped right back over it. And yeah, I'm trying to give it time, but yeah, I'm going to go with a red week this week just because I think the market's still up a lot, but anything could happen, and it really is just a straight up guess, in all honesty. Hey, what's up, Emmanuel? Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, last time PPI helped the market, CPI helped the market as well. Inflation data has been much better. You know, people have been arguing, like, I think bears a lot of the time take, you know, isolate one negative reading in an array of good readings and try to say that it was bearish, but most of the inflationary data that we've gotten over the last 3 months has been positive. Most of it has been better than expected. Again, I'm not saying all of it. Of course, I think core came in a little low for some of this, but most of it has been positive relative to the last year or so in terms of inflation. Like, we still have bad inflation, but it has been better than expected to a certain extent lately. John, why is layoffs considered a good thing? Because layoffs mean the company's saving money. You gonna post Airbnb earnings? I don't know. What is that, this evening? Yeah, maybe. I think we've tried to do. I think I've tried to do Rivian numbers and stuff, but probably not. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, probably not. I mean, we'll cover it, but I don't know if we're going to stream it. Yeah, I am trading on Quant Tower, which is, again, a top step combine. We might try to trade the NASDAQ a little bit today, too. Did I say rebounds? Oh, man. Rebound is what I meant to say. Y'all are correcting me here, man. Y'all got to correct me. Again, NVAX down at 905s.
So tomorrow we have CPI. Thursday we have PPI, jobless claims numbers. And then I don't think we have anything Friday. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday of this week, again, have been slow. But last week was a really busy week, in all honesty. So we got CPI tomorrow, which is the biggest. I don't know about Friday. We got NBA mortgage rates. Expectations are 6.5% tomorrow. That'll be relevant. CPI tomorrow, which is big. Thursday, we got jobless claims, PPI. Friday, import-export prices and Michigan consumer sentiment. Let me look at Friday earnings. I don't think we have any big Friday earnings. No, nothing really big. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the big ones this week. Or Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday are the big ones this week for sure. No, they're not burying it, Grum. Again, last week we had one of the busiest weeks we've ever had here. This week we just don't have any economic data, brother. You know what I mean? They're not burying the channel. Again, I mean, we can look at it and see. Yeah, we just don't have any economic data. So it's like, I guess the point is like my channel's not really trending because we don't have any economic data. Like this was last Wednesday. We got 25,000 views or so in about 2 hours. Day before that, we got about 12,000, or that same day, we got about 12,000. Amazon earnings, we had about 10,000 views. Unemployment rate, we had about 7,000. Apple earnings, we had about 12,000. And so, yeah, I mean, they're not burying me. We just don't have any news today. It's just a slow day. Honestly, on days like today, I've thought about not streaming on days like today, or maybe just streaming the market open because we just don't really have much going on. And so like with how much I stream and work, I think taking a break is sometimes good. And again, that has been, what do you guys think? Would you guys get mad if I only streamed like maybe the market open for an hour and then closed it down on days like today and yesterday? I trade every day. Yeah, my TOS account's got about 40,000, 50,000 in it sometimes. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we've really evolved to be an economic release channel. I'm not really trying to compete with the day trading YouTubers. You know what I mean? Because I think anybody that knows me understands that, like, I think I swing trade better than anything. I mean, we day trade at the open, but like the difference is like we are an economic release channel. And so just to put it into perspective, right? There's a lot of channels that start much later than me. They're going to get an initial jolt of more views than I do because they're starting their stream later, right? I start my stream earlier and cover economic data. And so by the time 9:30 rolls around, we've been streaming for 3 hours. And so like, yeah, the channels that just start streaming at 7 or 8, they're going to get a little bit more views than I do at the opening bell. But like the views that we get for the 3 hours prior to that compensate for it. And again, showing you guys this is how you have to understand it. I mean, again, the views we get on 8:30 on the days prior to that compensate for it, to where a lot of the time, like they might get more views at the open, but we're getting more views total than they are in general, like calculating all of it. So, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing, Cal. Yeah, I mean, hit the notification bell if you guys want to get the alerts for it. All right, guys, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I think I'd probably day trade a little bit better if I started the stream later too, just because I'm tired, bro. By the time now, like I've been up streaming for 3 hours, so I'm burnt out. All right, guys. Market's pretty sideways too. NVAX still pull it back a little bit though. It still looks good. I forgot to put this up today. Let me put myself on the top. There we go. You get real reports on CPI data? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're kind of the early channel here, you know. But that's what I mean. Like by the time the opening bell hits, we've already been streaming for 3 hours, and I think a lot of people appreciate the fact that we start early. Yeah, it's not going to be every day. I'm talking about okay, to understand how my channel works. Right, we cover economic data, right? Any major economic release, we're going to have thousands of people watching the stream when that data comes out, right? CPI tomorrow will probably have over 4,000 people here live. As CPI is released at 8:30, we'll probably have over 4,000 people. Big earnings reports, Apple, Amazon earnings, we're going to have thousands of people here live, right? What I'm talking about is days where we have no economic data, no major earnings, and nothing really going on like today. Instead of starting at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning like we normally do, pushing back the stream to start at maybe like 8:30, 9 o'clock. That way we get our hour of trading in. You know, we day trade, we get our hour in. But if there's nothing going on, it cuts out a lot of the dead time. And then like tomorrow for CPI, again, starting it early on big days. So it's not going to be every day. It's just going to be on the really slow days, which are only maybe, I would say maybe a week out of the month is slow. The rest of the month is pretty busy in terms of economic releases, earnings, you know, CPI, Jerome Powell meetings, Fed rate hike decisions, you know, all that stuff, right? That stuff takes up a lot of our time. So, hey, thank you, Jedi. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man, it's all good. So yeah, like I said, I guess people acting like I'm just like I'm struggling right now with my cup out, asking for change or whatever it is. Again, not really what it is, guys. If you look at my views here, not really what it is. Again, we just don't have much going on today. Again, you got to understand we're an economic release channel, and so slow days where we don't have much release, like it's normal to get less views, and I'm okay with that because we compensate for it plus some when it comes to the big stream. So it's all good. Yeah, I might miss out on some dip buys too for sure. Hey, yeah, all good. SNL. Again, I know a lot of people like the early streams. That's why I'm asking you guys to see y'all's perspective on it. You think your views would take a hit starting to do that? Not really. Not on the slow days. Yeah, definitely top 3. All right, guys. Hey, we got 6 minutes. It's also going to make me a better trader in day trading too, because a lot of the time on days like today, by the time I start day trading, I'm tired, man. I've been up since 4:30 Texas time. I'm tired, you know. So it's like I'd probably stick around a little bit longer and trade more after the open, and I think that would help the channel too, you know. What's today? What event? There's nothing really going on today. That's why the views are a little light, is because the market's just slow. We just don't have much going on. Again, my channel's views come in waves. Economic releases like tomorrow, you know, like I said, tomorrow we'll have at least 4,000 people here at 8:30. And so days like today, though, just not really much going on. I'm still in PayPal. We're gonna see what happens with PayPal. But part of me wants to just keep it how it's been. You know, the algo has been treating me very nicely lately, and so part of me is just kind of like, hey, I don't want to disturb that. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, we ended up buying the dip in PayPal after this huge drop. So we're actually at a pretty good price point here. I want to give it time to bounce back though. We got 4 minutes left. Yeah, but Gabby, no offense, I don't think you understand the algorithm. One thing that YouTube values is scarcity, right? So like one thing that a lot of other big channels get wrong is that they post 5, 6, 7 streams a day. You know, that's not going to, the algorithm, what that's going to do is going to dilute the alerts that you're putting out for your channel. So it's like people are going to get tired of getting alerts. They're going to mute you. And so sometimes more is not always best. And scarcity drives interest sometimes. And so I think you're wrong there, in all honesty. I think restricting when you do streams probably is better. And that's what a lot of people get wrong. Yeah, the early info is probably one of the selling points of the stream, and so that's why I might just keep it the same, you know? Like Pawn and I have talked a couple times, and I was like, yeah, I might try it, but then I always get up early. Honestly, my natural alarm clock wakes me up at 5 a.m. regardless. No matter how late I try to sleep in, my natural alarm clock wakes me up anyway, you know? I don't know if we're going to pump today. I'm watching the market. I don't know. We could, we might not. Again, I really have no idea. E-mini very sideways. And again, I think a lot of people are just apprehensive because of the inflation report coming out. Yeah, but Gabby, you're talking about Mr. Beast. That's a completely different market than me. You know, that has nothing to do with what I'm doing. Again, it's just not the same as me. There's a huge difference between what Mr. Beast is doing and his audience versus mine. His audience is mostly kids. Mine is mostly, you know, the numbers I get are between like ages 25 to 45 is my viewer age. So just different people, you know. Roblox earnings. When are Roblox earnings coming out? CPI. So I'm not sure what CPI is going to come in as. Again, I really don't know, but I know the expectations for it are. Again, we got about a minute left, guys. About a minute left. So the expectations for CPI are for 0.4% on the month and 5% on the year. Last time it was 5% as well. So they're expecting a flat year CPI, which is good. If it can do that, that's great. Like, that's what we want. Yeah, but you're referencing the algo for an entertainment channel, and it's different for finance channels and streamers. You know, you're also referencing a video creator. They do streams, but again, it's just different. It's a different thing. Hey, what's up, Tiny? Good morning. All right, guys, we got about 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Let's see if the market breaks down. NVAX at $9 here. Tesla's still falling down some, so we are getting some dips and stuff. All right, guys, here's the open. We're 4 seconds in. Watching the micro E-mini break down a little bit here. NVAX up to 9/10. I'm definitely top 3 most entertaining in the world for sure, but different audience for sure. All right, guys. So again, I'm in PayPal right now. I got 25 shares. I'm not going to hold on to this forever, though. I will cut this if it starts to break down too much. I do think it's cheap, though, and I think I could probably hold on to it a decent amount of time as well.
but I think I got to give it time. There's a market breakdown here. Let's switch. NVAX popping up. The E-mini breaking down a little bit. Yeah, Tesla down to 168s here. NVAX is ripping up though. Roblox is tomorrow. Gotcha. Yeah, Disney is tomorrow too. So we're going to be streaming those earnings. All right, market's breaking down a little bit. Again, I'm going to let the market settle. I'm not going to take too many positions here. I'm going to let consolidation happen. I'm also watching gold. NVAX is shot up, but again, the E-mini is what's been kind of breaking down. I think PayPal follows the E-mini some too. All right, E-mini just broke down. NVAX up to 930s, 940s. Tesla's starting to rebound here, though. So, again, we'll give it some time. PayPal's still looking weak. I'm probably going to cut it pretty soon here. I'm not going to hold through, like, super weakness. I'll let 68 be kind of my risk level. And I'll let it test it. But if we break firmly under 68, I'll just cut my PayPal trade. No worries. Trying to let the market play out a little bit, but definitely getting weakness. And again, I told you guys this morning I thought we might close red this week, but it really depends on what CPI does. I'm in gold right now. Kind of a diversification trade, though. Yeah, I'm going to cut PayPal here, so I just got out. Small trade. I lost like not a lot. But I just don't trust it. I think it might rebound, but that's a huge breakdown at the opening bell. Dropped $2 a share, you know, pretty big percentages. And so PayPal is one that I'm not the most confident in long term. So yeah, PayPal is one of those ones that I'm not the most confident in long term. And so it's not one of those trades that I'm willing to hold long term either. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles at the open. But yeah, flatted PayPal. Just again, not super confident in it. If we get some large enough dips, I will buy some other stuff, but it's not going to be PayPal, I think. I think PayPal might be an argument for being cheap, but it's got a long way it's got to go. All right, here's a little pop-up here. I'm going to start to take one trade now. Short position. So I'm going to short the market with 2 contracts, maybe add up to 5. But it depends on the price action short term. NVAX is still ripping up. All right, so I'm in 2 contracts here. I'm not going to add more to this right now, actually. This looks like a big green candle here. So there could be a red to green move that I don't feel like getting stuck in. So I'm going to cut that for a very small loss. And now, probably since I've gotten a little loss at the open, I'll probably just wait. Look at NVAX rip up here, though. Blue chips. So we got Apple, which is the biggest weighted stock. Apple's actually not super weak at the open. It's pretty sideways and choppy. And we'll see if Apple influences the market. Apple's kind of the big influence of the market here. So I'm watching Apple to try to figure out and gauge where the market's heading. PayPal looks like it's going to crack lows again.
Remember, it is the day before CPI comes out, and so the market might be just really choppy and boring. Amazon, I'm not investing in Amazon. The PE ratio is just a little bit too high for me personally. So I'm not personally putting any money long-term in Amazon because of the PE ratio specifically, but I think it's got a chance to do well. And I think the latest earnings report was solid, right? So it's got a chance, a little bit better now after PE as well. So I'm going to start to think about another position here, but I'm also going to have to be patient and try to give it time too. Again, very stagnant action here. Apple's very choppy and neutral. PayPal's still consolidating, not really doing much. Right now, the whole market is basically flat since the open. Some stuff is broken down, like PayPal specifically, but a bit of a flush down. Watching like Amazon here as well now. All right, scalping a little bit of Apple short. So I'm actually in an Apple short here at the open, writing it down some now. You can kind of see I'm up about 15, 20 bucks. A little bit less now since it's bouncing back, but I want to give it time, but we got a cushion to let this work a little bit more now. To where we can let it ride down, and if it works, great. If not, we can get out pretty close to break even if it doesn't work. Very choppy morning so far, though. We got about 75 shares of Apple here. There goes the E-mini breaking down. That should drag the Apple stock back down too. I'll let the 75 shares sit. So E-mini coming back down. I'm going to go ahead and take another little piece off of that and hold 50 shares of Apple at the bottom, just so if it bounces back like it's kind of showing, we'll have a little bit more cushion. All right, testing VWAP. Still slightly in the green on Apple, but not much. About to cut Apple now. Testing over VWAP here. We'll give it 1 second. Just be careful, guys. Really sideways day. We're slightly green in Apple, but hands over the cover button just in case it doesn't rebound back. It doesn't reject back down. And even if I'm flat on the trade, I think that's a W. You know, I got myself in a low risk situation where, you know, if we lose, it's going to be close to break even. But if we make money, it'll be pretty decent. So we'll see. Again, E-mini starting to pop back up here. I don't want to take my focus too much off of Apple because it can move fast. Just to show you the Apple chart, that's it right there, testing VWAP here. I want to see if the VWAP rejects it, though. There goes Amazon coming back down. We'll see if that drags Apple back down with us. Well, I mean, CPI is tomorrow, guys, so it's not going to be a surprising thing if we're sideways today, just because we got economic and inflation data coming out. So, all right, there's a nice little rejection back down there for Apple. Amazon's pretty close to lows here, so I'm seeing a lot of blue chips come back down. I'm going to short this now in the futures. Very small, though. Some blue chip must have bounced back. It might be Amazon rebounding quick. Whew, we're gonna have to cut that. Luckily, we're trading micros right now, so we're probably down like $30 in futures, which is very small. But man, what a rebound. Yeah, see, we're down $30 here, so it's fine, but I guess the question is, should I get ready to cut Apple if I see strength coming in on blue chips, including Amazon? Most of the time, the market is choppy ahead of the big reports. So like CPI, PPI, a lot of the time the market's going to be sideways and neutral ahead of these reports. Because, again, people taking swing trades and stuff like that, they don't want to take huge positions ahead of this because if anything could potentially happen with these reports. All right, so we're getting the breakdown in Apple. I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece down here. See, we're up about 20 on this. Futures market's actually going against this, so that's why I'm covering down here. And so this will be a green trade no matter what now. I'm going to just cut this and get out for a little $15 gain. And it looks like we got out just in time, which is fine. I mean, I'll take it. Look at the market heat back up, though. What blue chip is ripping up here? Something's dragging the market up. Is it Tesla? No, it's not Tesla. It's not Apple. Is it Microsoft? Microsoft's starting to bounce back. NVIDIA, not NVIDIA. Walmart, no. Anybody know what blue chip's bouncing back like this? Because something's bouncing back fast. Google? Yeah, Google. Google's ripping up to almost 110s. All right, so we're going to take 2 contracts here. Again, we're getting in small trades right now because of market momentum. Amazon just cracked lows, though. All right, well, yeah, choppy, guys. Y'all be careful. We've been able to lose less than $50 on the day today, but it's not easy trading, that's for sure. So again, if you're going to trade like I am, which might not even be the right move, just make sure it's small like me. We're just trading choppy and small. Or we're trading small in the chop. Again, down $46. It'll be all right. JPM. Yeah, JPM's back over VWAP. We'll see if it actually does anything now. The trend kind of looks like a cup and handle breakout pattern, but who knows if it'll follow through. All right, starting to head back up a little bit here. That's nice.
All right, well, we just made a little $25 gain, but you can kind of see our P&L here. We are down 20 bucks, which could be a lot worse. So again, y'all just be careful. It is a very sideways day. Apple is really what's breaking down, dragging the market here, team. All right, so we got in another contract of the regular E-mini here. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. So we made some money just now, got ourselves back to green on the day here. Trading the regular E-mini. We are up a solid $3 on the day, though. Could be worse. Could be better. I cut it because I don't trust this breakdown that looks like about to form here. Again, what I see right now is JP Morgan breaking down. Apple is breaking down, too, and they're looking weak. So for me here, I just don't like it that much. We got some up wicks and down wicks here. Maybe we can jump on a trade now, but very choppy neutral day so far here, team. Again, JP Morgan is really starting to flush. Maybe I get into a little dip buy there. This is what you guys think banks will do here. Little pop up. I don't know what caused it, but could be Google, I guess, and some green action here. So today, yeah, I mean, it's one of those days that I can't imagine the price action is going to be necessarily great. It might be. I don't know. I hope it is, but I can't imagine it will be. Apple breaking flush down again. JP Morgan bouncing up a little bit, but yeah, Apple's cracking lows. That can't be good for broad market activity, I think, right? Yeah, I think Microsoft and Google are both up today. But Apple's the most heavily weighted stock in the market. Remember that. And yeah, there goes the flush.
Palantir? Palantir had good earnings. I mean, that's what's making it go up, right? Let me see what it's doing. That's pretty sideways. I mean, it's down a little bit today, but it's pretty sideways. There's just not much going on there. It's Chop City right now, so y'all just be safe. Oh, we trade some Forex. Apple's starting to test lows again. Let's see if that drags everything else down. Yeah, I'm not saying it is. I say it could, but Apple tested lows. What did PayPal end up doing? Was cutting not the right move? Yeah, it looks like so. It didn't rebound at all. Still down. And if you haven't already, guys, like I said, check out Top Step. Top Step's the easiest way to get your foot in the door without taking on too much risk in trading. What they do is they give you a demo and they test your skill. If you can pass their test, they fund you between $50,000 up to $150K. And you might wonder what the benefits of this are. There's no PDT in futures. You can day trade in short futures without the restrictions of the PDT rule. The real edge, though, is that in order to trade futures actively, like one contract of the NASDAQ is like 12K. You know, one contract of the E-mini is like 4,000. So if you want multiple contracts, you're going to need thousands and thousands of dollars. But the funded account programs work because what they do is they give you a demo and they test your skill. So the base one's a 50K demo. If you can hit 3K on that demo without losing 2K in trailing drawdowns and following the rest of their rules and conditions, then they fund you between 50K up to 150K with a 90% split. And so it really is the best of both worlds. They're a sponsor of mine. And so I'm biased in their favor for sure because they pay me money. But it's a lot cheaper to lose a Top Step account. Most people are probably going to lose these accounts because most day traders lose, of course. But it's a lot cheaper to lose a Top Step account, but you get a lot of the benefits. So if you lose, you're only down 130 something if you use my link. You can also reset it for 100. But if you pass it, moving forward, you keep 90% of your profit. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, in my opinion. If you want to check them out, again, they're a sponsor of mine. Great way to help support the channel. Here's the link. Again, I'm just waiting for the market to break down. We've been in such a tight range here. We're going to see if the market breaks at least. Yeah, all good, Tiny. Yeah, so I mean, we're just kind of tick trading here. I mean, this little range is small at this point. I see Apple bouncing back. I see Amazon bouncing back. But they're still pretty slow. Yeah, I mean, the SPY is just choppy here. Apple bouncing back some. So I'm watching individual stocks. E-mini sideways too. But it's just so slow, you know? So we are bouncing up a little bit here for the micro E-mini.
Getting a little bit of a bounce back after a lot of consolidation here. Also on EA earnings today after hours, or EA earnings after hours today. I didn't know, honestly. I think EA is, I don't know. I don't know if I trust EA as a game company. Yeah, it's just sideways, guys. I mean, I'm hanging out, but yeah, y'all be careful. Again, CPI tomorrow is making the market kind of flat. We are starting to push up to test the top of the range here, so maybe we'll have a chance to rebound here. But it's sideways and slow right now. Again, it'll heat back up tomorrow morning. Starting to rip up here, guys. So there's a big move back up. Again, Apple's starting to test these top of the range. Amazon testing the top of the range here. Again, don't really have any trade here, though. We just got a bunch of big green candles. Yeah, all good, Chris. Not super busy, brother. I mean, we're getting some moves now, but Tesla break 167. Ooh, I really don't know. E-mini up to 4140s. Yeah, E-mini pop it up. Again, I'm just kind of, I don't trust it enough. I could buy a little dip here, but that would basically be betting on like a complete rebound, and I don't know. I don't know if I buy it, I guess is the point. NVIDIA VWAP. Yeah, I'm watching Palantir. Did PayPal ever bounce back? No. PayPal's still really deep below there. I could buy this dip and look to maybe add some more on a pullback if it does pull back some. All right, we're going to unload. Oh, I didn't want to get out the full size there. That was an accident. I didn't actually mean to sell all that. That sucks. Hey, we made money, but could have made more. Flat day for me again. Still ripping up though. Look at this big pop. So market's getting some volatility now. All right, we are in the regular E-mini now. You can see we're up about $40 here. Less than that now. One thing I've been doing is like after big momentum, I've been buying retracements of these big upwicks and seeing if they fill them. And a lot of the time they have. It doesn't happen very often, but we have been buying retracements. We already took profit a little bit on this one as well. So like even if we cut this last little bit break even, we're still going to make, you know, $100 on this trade or so. The longer it takes, though, the more skeptical I am in it, so I'll probably cut it fast if it doesn't hold. Yeah, I'm going to cut it. All right, so we just got out flat on the rest here. So we made some. So yeah, we're down like 60 bucks. Not too bad. We'll see if we get anything better. Could buy this dip. Depends on if it pops right back up there. All right, so yeah, we did buy this dip. We took a little bit of profit here. We got 25 shares left. Again, kind of the same thing at the last one. Yeah, we're gonna cut it once we break that break-even line. And so yeah, we're basically break even on the day. It could have been a worse day. And so heading into, maybe we'll buy one more pullback here. I'm gonna buy one contract here of the E-mini. But in a choppy day, I mean, we're not taking crazy big size. Give it a chance to pop up, but also hands over the cover button. I don't like this pullback. I think I'm just going to wait now. So we're still down less than 100 bucks on the day. It's a small day. You can kind of see the P&L, but it could have been a lot worse. So I'll take this, honestly. But yeah, guys, check out Top Step if you haven't already. Link is in the description. Also, y'all check out Chart Prime. Chart Prime is a trading view indicator service that's super useful. And right now, they've got a 45% off sale going on if you use promo code CP45. So CP45 will get you 45% off. Again, this is just custom indicators. And again, I was skeptical at first, but these custom indicators can be really powerful. They can genuinely work if you use them correctly here. Because again, like, check this out. So like, look, they give you custom indicators that are not always going to work, but like they give you reversal signals. They give you candlestick momentum. Look at the bullish engulfing candle right here. Let me minimize that candlestick. Look at the bullish engulfing candle. Huge bounce back up. This one even pulled back a little bit. Look at this. Again, my big edge is finding multiple showing up together at once. If you count the ones where you get both an engulfing candle and a reversal signal, look at that huge bounce. And each candle represents an hour here. So that's an hourly chart. So these are over hours of period of time. Again, reversal up signal, bounce. Again, I keep showing you this. My other good time I use these on is a 5-minute chart. Look, here's another one. Reversal down drop. Again, if you tally up how many times where you get a reversal signal and a bearish engulfing candle or a bullish engulfing candle. Look at the drops. You get drops over like a 4-hour period. If you tally the ones where you get it within like a 5-minute period, it could just work really, really well. We could also put like a 5-minute chart up and we can look at kind of the 5-minute examples of this. And they're not perfect. Again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money or anything like that, of course. Like, look at this. Reversal up, bounce. Bullish engulfing candle, bounce. This one was wrong. Bearish engulfing candle, drop. Look, bearish engulfing candle, drops. Look at all the bearish engulfing candles that show up, and then look at the big drops you get over the next like 40 minutes. So they can be powerful, man. Again, finding multiple showing up together at once is the real edge, I think, though. Look, possible reversal down, drop. Look, here's another example of it. Here is a candlestick pattern and the reversal signal here. You get a nice little pop all the way up to there. Again, reversal up signal here, bounce. Reversal down signal here, drop. And again, so I can't confirm they're going to work all the time. Nothing works all the time, but you can use it in stocks, crypto, Forex, future. Look, reversal down signal, drops. Reversal up signal, bounce. Reversal down signal, drops. Reversal down signal, drops. So again, they're not going to work every time. Reversal down signal, drop. But they can be powerful, man. They really can be. And again, this is like 30 bucks a month right now if you use my link. It's like $30 a month. You could use it in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. They are a sponsor of mine, and so I'm definitely biased in their favor. But check them out. You can find the link in the description as well as the link right here. Great way to help support the channel. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy the couple slow days here and be back
for CPI stream tomorrow, guys. So I'll see you guys later. Good luck.